It's not the wrong verb, but it's not the most right verb. Anyway, I'm just gonna spin my wheels.
What happened last time on Make Amends?
You know what? It's good to interrupt me. I had nothing worthwhile to say. I genuinely appreciate it. Last time on Make Amends. Our heroes finally made it to the next spot on their quest. Applestead was in front of them, and it wasn't the best. It was all run down and abandoned and quite overgrown, not to mention the spirit that had to be overthrown. As the Beagle explained, there was a reclaimed living here. The Scamp further explained it was a real thing to fear. So our heroes went around town to try and find its nest. Before it would return, our heroes would find a way to contest. The Damned found some research that was really quite old. He learned to make bombs with cider and do damage untold. When the beast returned, our heroes blasted it till it slumped and sat still, though it felt a bit hollow since someone else got the kill. Once the disappointment passed, our heroes pressed on to the door, not really knowing what to expect anymore.
Yeah!
Sorry for interrupting. I thought you were trying to get to the,
No,
someone asked me what happened last time.
No, Kane, when I said thanks for interrupting me, I meant it. I know I don't change my tone of voice ever, but it was sincere.
Okay. I was like, I guess I'll die today. Under the desk I go.
Thank you. Thank you, Rue. Your support means the entire world to me. So...
What's in the basement? Let's find out.
What's in the fucking basement, bro?
What's in the basement last time, Lamp?
I suppose... Well, I mean, we can't just jump right to the basement if you like, but first and foremost,
was it not locked? Oh.
We didn't find out, did you?
Yeah, no, you didn't investigate or anything like that. One way or the other, though, you do have to pass through this area, still full of wasps, but you guys who didn't see it before get to see where this thing was presumably nesting. It's uncanny.
What, up here?
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh.
Can we just go around the wasp mound, or are they everywhere?
You can completely bypass like that. The wasps seem to be... They were probably drawn to this place in a fair capacity, supernaturally. Like, they wanted to be here because this thing was here. Now, if any wasps are here, it's just because they like apples. Which is, there's still a lot of wasps here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see any reason to go and... I mean, what are the odds of there being treasure or something in the nest?
Did someone say treasure?
No, I mean, there's... No, stop.
Winston.
Winston, no, there's no treasure in there. There's no peanut butter.
Last time we had you go off on your own, you got shot. So
yeah,
I really appreciate if you didn't go alone.
Yeah, no,
Are
you're
you
right.
crying?
Yeah.
I'm crying already.
It's Varys.
Please do not make Varys cry, or I'll be very upset.
Pat.
Morfogu puts his hood up.
Yeah,
terrible day for rain.
You put your hood up, and it will provide very little defense against wasps that want to attack your face, but it makes you feel better.
It always makes Morfogu feel better.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like when you cover a horse's eyes, it calms down.
Good luck with the wasps. I'm not very interested in that.
We're not going through the wasp map. We're just going around, right? Are they only in this? Are they anywhere there's apples?
There are wasps everywhere, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, no, there's no longer a thin coat of wasps on everything, but there's still a lot of them here.
You should have seen it before. There were way more wasps.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean,
you know how you can. I guess this is more of an out of character thing. I wonder if this would work. You guys know how you can like smoke bees and they calm down. Does that work on wasps? Does anyone just happen to know by chance? Because I do have obscuring mist, which might work. In that
yeah, but I don't think the wasps are an active threat. But keep that in the back pocket.
They're not an active threat at the moment. I don't know if smoking wasps works. What I do know is that they are capable of getting drunk off of fermented apples.
That's cool.
Hell yeah, these wasps
I guess
are as fuck.
Because I can't move that with me. Once I place it down, it's I'm pretty sure it stays there. Double check though.
I know that you can also freeze them too. Quick, Varys, throw snowballs at them.
I don't know about that.
That's a joke. Don't do that.
We didn't get a chance to check out the other houses. So I don't know if that's something we want to do. But I guess we have the time now.
Yeah, I mean, it'll take us a long time to get back to anywhere from here anyway, so we might as well do a thorough search of the place.
Correct. We are in the middle of nowhere. I can't help but wonder if this was a nice place to live even when it was a bustling town. Sort of out of the way.
Is using his frog as a dowsing machine.
For what?
Is it like
Mostly
eating up the
wasps
frogs
right now
or-
because it's just eating bugs.
Yeah, he was actually feeding it dead wasps earlier.
You gotta get
it's been having you've been gorging this frog. Like,
Hell yeah. You're strong, my son.
yeah, Tristan pokes into this house and just confirms what you had already suspected. Either these places are dilapidated or not very interesting.
Okay, well that saves us time. We can probably just go to that door then.
It just looks like this was part of the housing for the most part.
Okay. Well,
This place is built in a very fun way. It's all very meandering.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
not
these
like
out in the middle of nowhere towns tend to be like.
It's not like those big cities where everything's on a grid. This is more fun.
no rules.
They tend to be
More
built
fun
around
to
like
look at the
big.
grid.
They tend to be built around like big points, like big trees or like
You-
lakes and stuff.
Varys, you say no rules, and Varen, who is now able to communicate with you through the rune that you're now carrying around. Yes, that's the spirit, Speaker. Speaker. No rules whatsoever.
Oh, no. I should have rephrased that. No rules is what's happening, but that's bad. There should always be some form of organization. Otherwise, things get a little wacky. She just puts the rune away and smiles.
Maybe people just preferred their privacy here.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I mean, with all the apples everywhere, it's not like anyone was gonna starve to death.
They're gonna eat apples
these are-
every single day. Applesauce Monday.
No, these are terrible apples. No, you can't just eat these.
Perhaps they had an acquired
Said
taste.
you.
All right, well, you can just eat them, but like it would be in poor taste.
I mean, they're not great, but
So, some people have to make do, I suppose.
Varys puts her half of her body in the hole. Hello.
That's a good idea. Maybe someone's down there.
That's what I was thinking, just in case.
Please
Hello.
pardon the intrusion.
Oh,
Knock
we should probably-
knock.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Varys knocks on the wood.
I'm gonna
You
assume
knock
no
on
one's
the
there.
wood, It feels unstable.
Uh-oh.
I pull Varys back. Please be careful.
Okay.
How deep down is this? Can we just jump down, or should we
You can
rope
definitely
down?
just jump down there. It's only like a one-story drop. It's nothing especially significant.
Getting up would getting up be. You know
It
what?
would be annoying, but not difficult. You
gonna-
certainly
alright.
be able to find a way.
I'm just gonna. Surely have rope. I might not actually have any rope. Let me see.
you
I
can
Like jump and didn't buy rope, really? No, why would you?
I bet you can grab one of those panels up there and kind of flip it over on its side, and we might be able to lean it up against something to make a makeshift ladder.
Yeah, okay, here.
Looks
Varys
at
is
how
gonna grab.
broken it is.
It's a little bit cruddy, but it might support one person going up. That'll be
it
a
looks
good
bit
escape
better.
plan.
I mean, at least Cornelius will be able to get back up.
God damn it! I've had so many. No, I've had so many spam calls about nonsense or fucking politics. I'm sick of it. Phone's
Yeah,
going
I
off.
hate
I haven't
that
turned my
shit.
phone off in forever. Phone is
That was
off.
a weird bit of music to play in my head, guy who does the music in my head, but
The president calling wants you to donate to his campaign.
Yeah,
that's
you
the
and
song they're singing while they hold the piece.
Wait, you guys can hear that too?
No, that's
yeah,
me.
yeah, Tristan and Varys whistle while they work and make an easy way down.
Sorry, I'm used to my phone never going off, so I never
It's
turn
fine.
it off during sessions. God damn. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's crates and stuff down here. We'll be fine.
Oh, so
Oh.
for these trees, are these like actually cut to be stumps, or are they actually like growing up?
They are growing up and through the next floor.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the ones that were. Yeah, that's cool. I think they line up perfectly.
Does it look like the floor was built around these trees, or does it look like
God,
the trees
no.
were forced
The
through
tree
it?
is probably.
Okay.
No, this is very much the trees came bursting through the floor. You have to assume that just from the context clues that you've been given from Cornelius's explanation about Reclaimed, they're attracted to places that are being overtaken by nature, and they kind of accelerated in an unnatural way.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, it would normally just be a bunch of moss and ivy and shit, but then tree.
So
Gets to be like a nature.
how long has Applestead like been abandoned?
I have no idea.
Could I do a check of some kind to like
Probably
see if I can like date some of this
history?
stuff?
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Or
can
like
even look at
nature.
that journal you got of the fermented apples. It probably is also like a pseudo journal.
Yeah, I
Probably has
bet.
dates on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so just through basic context clues, you can confirm that this place has not been abandoned for 1,000 years, because then that book would have had no words on it. So that's a good benchmark.
Okay.
Definitely
Progress.
under 1,000.
Yeah, given the notes, it seems that this place has been abandoned for about like 40 to 50 years.
Okay. Yeah, that was probably around what I was guessing.
Yeah,
I did not
so
realize it was that
definitely
long.
the Reclaimed had some part in this, making the trees this big,
Yeah.
but...
I wonder how recently it got here.
I don't think anybody was around to tell you.
No, I suppose not.
Is this a door up here?
That is the
It's
door.
the door.
Yeah.
Just like okay, just like a big metal door in the middle of this like wood house.
Yeah, no, it's a big metal door. Given there's some very, very basic signs that before the passage of time caused these boxes to get rustled around by, growing trees and what have you. They were sort of just stacked against this door as though the previous owner of this estate, that's a generous word for it, this humble shop didn't want to continue acknowledging its existence, so decided to just put up a bunch of boxes and be done with it.
What's the condition of? Is it like really nice looking? Like, how does it look compared to everything else? Is it all beat up?
It
or?
doesn't look great. It sort of is a bit exposed to the elements, but it's holding up all right.
Okay.
It's not about to turn to dust or anything.
Morphogu, do you want to? I don't know. I don't want to find out if this door is locked. This seems to be your expertise.
Oh, yeah, I can.
I mean,
I
have
can
you
take a
tried
look.
it? We just tried to open it?
Yeah,
I'm not going to.
Oh.
Yeah, so again, this door is very similar to the ones that you found in Logan's Field, and it's been a while, so I will remind you, the doors there did not, open in a proper way. All you had to do was just sort of will the door to be open, and it would open.
Oh, it's like the exact same door, basically.
Yeah, it's like the exact same.
It's been a while.
All right, so let me.
He kind of cracks his knuckles a little bit, and
All right, let's see here.
will the door open?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the door just pops right open, and you get just a gust of real humid air coming out of there.
Gross.
That's reminds me of the pit. All right.
In a good way?
Nothing reminds
No.
me of the pit in a good way. All right.
Yeah,
Wow.
looking in, you see one. This corridor runs out of light real quickly, and two, it is just sort of a stairway going down.
Shit.
Anyone
Spooky.
have a torch?
I pull out my bullseye lantern and I hand it to Morphogu.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I have
this is the way,
magic.
yes.
So...
I mean, that'll help too.
Oh,
Any
I think
sort of
I
light
heard
we can get.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, you have dark vision. No one else here does. Actually, Tristan does, but you don't. You're not super cognizant of that.
Varys
Sure.
actually has low light vision, oddly enough.
Yeah, no, you have you've got like superior low light vision, which is cool. However, low light vision is only helpful if there is an existing
Oh, of
light
course.
source.
Yep,
Which we
absolutely.
have.
No,
We got light spells, we got lantern, we're good. I think we got it. Bullseye lantern's like 60 feet, it's like obnoxious. Let me find out.
Yeah, elves get low light too. So, but again, you need light for that to kick in. So,
yeah, I guess we'll go down. Varys is actually going to draw her halberd because she's like, all right, we've been in these places before, and I don't feel like getting caught unexpectedly.
This place better not be filled with poisonous gas, is all I'm saying.
Oh, that'd make me pretty hangry.
So,
Like hungry and angry?
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry.
Oh.
so the lantern does 60 feet. You said?
Yeah, it's a 60-foot cone, increase the light level by 1 step. In the area beyond that, out to 120-foot cone, darkness becomes dim becomes normal.
All right, we're gonna call that 60 feet for the sake of sanity.
Yeah.
Big
I don't-
light.
I don't want to fuck around with cones. Yeah, so you guys head down the stairs, and as stated, you run out of light really quickly down here.
Oh shit.
I will.
Oh shit.
Oh, there I am.
Yeah.
oh, I only see my me.
You only see your you.
I don't see anything.
I see me.
Oh, wait, there's me. Okay, yeah, I see us.
Yeah. Okay.
I would
Yeah,
love to see that everyone else.
Yeah. No, I'm working on it. Look,
Oh,
dynamic
yeah.
lighting
Trickery
is
is
difficult.
Oh,
Nope, I feel
fancy.
ya.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why, like, in the more recent Ebon Ward arc, I had to, like, all right, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna fuck around with this dynamic lighting for like 30 minutes and make sure this. And like, even then, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work.
There we
See,
go.
I also fucked around with it for like 30 minutes.
I've heard it's better now, but I've never tried it.
It's a hellscape. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
you get down the stairs, and life is pretty good.
Looking good.
Yeah, you can see things. You get to the bottom of the stairs, and there's sort of like a really big door down here. It feels like kind of an inconvenient door, considering how it just really cuts off the bottom of the stairs, but it is here.
Is it like
seems-
the door up top? Like the same will it open kind of door?
It may very well be. You're not confident. Tristan's quick to note. It looks like this came crashing down.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna start with will it open.
Yeah, you start with will it open, and there is a certain response that you get beyond just the door opening when you do this normally. That there's sort of like a bit of feedback. Like you can tell that like you have done something and it works. Here you can tell you've done something and it's not immediately working. It's kind of working.
I wonder if it's jammed.
Maybe it needs some sort of like password. That'd be
Oh.
screwy though.
What if multiple people will it? Come on, buddy.
Everyone, think really hard about the door opening. Ravi, door open.
He gets that. He's actually kind of looking at it quizzically, like, obviously this is like a sheer face steel, like metal blast door, basically, right?
Yeah.
But the way that it comes down at the bottom, he has probably seen doors like that before.
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely familiar with like portcullises and things like that.
Yeah, not even that specifically. He's familiar with doors to keep big things in, and he's really like, maybe we shouldn't be opening that. That's like his thought process.
In your deep contemplation, you don't vocalize those thoughts, probably in general, but also you don't vocalize it in time for the door to actually start opening.
Oh, what?
Oh,
That worked?
it seems like it does just need some more juice. Open.
Michaela helps with the open, but doesn't say anything. She just thinks open.
Yeah. Varys is also, because she's got the big turtleneck, she's actually going to lift it over her nose and mouth. She's just like, you know what? I don't know how much this will help if there's like some nasty air down here, but like just in case.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
we're just gonna do the same.
You definitely have the right idea. Oh, actually, before I do this, there was another point that I wanted to acknowledge. So as you guys were walking around upstairs, you guys are feeling the effects of that stuff that you drank. You know, the juice from space. Each of you has energy resistance 5 and can gain a +2 bonus for 24 hours to one saving throw of your choice.
Ooh.
Oh!
I did not drink that.
And
Space juice.
Yeah, and for maximum clarity, that is to say it's just a perpetual bonus for the day and not a bonus that you get just once.
Right. Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Varys
basically,
did not drink
like
that.
energy resistance as
Yeah,
in
no.
like all.
No.
Some?
You pick one.
Fire resistance 5.
Oh, I heard
Wow.
energy resistance. I don't know. Or...
I probably said it.
You just
That's
said
why you heard
energy
it.
resistance, and I was sitting here like, which one?
Nah, it's fire resistance. So that being said, those of you who drank that,
Wings.
We're about
those
to
of
get
you
hit
who said
with
that,
fire.
take a saving throw to get buffed for the day. The rest of you, or rather all of you, the door opens.
Let me see what saving throw I would like.
What's
Yeah,
saving
no,
throw?
you are
I
immediately
like-
greeted.
I'm gonna
You are
choose
immediately greeted
rare.
with, your suspicion. The air here is bad.
Ugh.
Oh,
It is another rush of humid air. This place is really muggy, to imply that like there's a lot of moisture that's managed to get down here. There's like a weird sort of grit to it. This place, no good. But you guys can step through the door at your leisure.
It's just to the north. Okay.
oh, everything's dark again. Which way am I going?
North.
Everything's dark. I can't see. I can see me again,
you
but
have
nothing
to
else.
walk forward too.
Just one whole step.
It was like 2 steps. Why is it like that? That's weird.
It's like that because only Morphogu is emitting light.
Ew.
Huh.
All right.
Can dance around.
So
This is not awfully fancy.
yeah, upon passing through the door, it immediately slams back shut, just doosh, and
Oh. I see.
and you see just the signs of light coming down a corridor, specifically this one. Oh, sorry, GM layer. Specifically down this way, you see a light coming towards you.
Oh,
It's moving towards us.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm squaring up.
am I gonna have to sue you?
Hello?
So you call out hello, and you hear it call back. Is there a visitor?
Oh boy.
Oh, sentience. Oh.
Oh dear.
What?
A few?
Yeah, I can cut off the tense music. Coming clattering down the way is something.
What the hell? Bulbasaur!
Oh dear. I'm terribly sorry. This metal man takes a bow while facing you guys. Forgive me. It's been so long since anyone's come through the door. I thought no one would miss me from my post for a moment. Just a second.
That's a weird.
Michaela is
superarmor
like
that guy's
aiming
got.
the lantern at him and has her long spear raised, and it's just like eyeing this guy down because like, what the fuck is this? We've already dealt with some weird advanced tech stuff, and now here comes this thing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely strange. Tristan confirms this is strange.
What?
You're telling me,
Did
bud.
this individual's voice sound normal at all, or did it sound clearly robotic?
It sounds exceptionally artificial. It also definitely sounds like magically charged.
Yeah, Robbie is real weirded out by that.
It's definitely not helped by the fact that this thing has jaw articulation, but limited jaw articulation. So every word, its mouth moves just a little bit, but definitely not enough.
Oh, bad 90s anime dub.
Sounds like medieval helmet to me.
You hear the sound. You hear the sound of like a window being opened. Right. Please step forward.
Okay.
Careful, Varus.
Don't worry. I'm very careful consistently. Hello.
Hello there.
I feel this is a common feeling, kind of dumb. Where are we?
Oh, I see. Don't worry. I can provide you with an explanation. You are in the facility... Well, yes, no, you are in this facility. This is mostly the guest area. Sorry, it's been a while since I've given the spiel is all.
That's okay.
This facility is the Applestead Advanced Care Hospital. We specialize in handling extreme cases of exposure to ink rot. Our methods have advanced to the point where we can both slow the rate at which the infection takes hold, and also rehabilitate patients through state-of-the-art facilities. I assume you're here for something like that?
Varus looks at Michaela.
Everyone's head just slowly turns towards Michaela.
Michaela, makes that connection. Can you tell us what ink rot is?
Oh, well, I'm terribly sorry. I'm mostly just a interpersonal, terminal. Apologies. I meant to introduce myself first. He kind of stops a bit. I'm the social terminal, personality 3. You can call me Peter.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, personality
Hi, Peter.
3 terminal.
Are there more helpers like you?
Certainly. This facility is packed with them. It's state-of-the-art, after all.
Out of curiosity, state-of-the-art normally means pretty modern, but this all looks kind of old.
I will admit, it's been a while since our last scheduled maintenance. I'm not sure what's been going on with the other robots who were supposed to be up here doing that.
How long have you been here?
He sort of pauses, like, clearly trying to process that. I've been here since I was reactivated.
Okay.
Varus just looks away like, I see.
It's gonna be like that, eh?
Do you know when that was? Like, if you had to count it by, I don't know, some kind of strange metric, like years.
Yeah, you definitely... So, despite how unemotive Peter here is, he does seem capable of doing a lot of, like, physical gestures and emotes. You figure that if he was supposed to be an interpersonal terminal, that's a part of his, job to be able to do that. So he is fairly expressive, despite his lack of expression.
Ravi can talk to him.
Hey, Peter.
It's difficult for me to say. I'm significantly overdue for maintenance. That portion of my self is a bit damaged.
I'm
Some
sorry.
guys get all the luck. All right.
Fortunately, I'm still quite capable of doing my job servicing you. Now, before we continue the questioning, he begins to attempt to pull open this drawer that clearly has not been opened for a very, very, very long time. It does not budge very easily. I'm going to need you to do some paperwork.
Oh.
I have a question. When was the last time anyone like us came down here? Do you know that much? Like, anyone at all?
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
He just pulls the handle straight off the drawer.
Oh.
You said there are others here. Who's in charge?
Ah. Who is in charge of this particular facility? The one in charge is Miss Mayflower.
And where are they?
She's usually found in her office down on the 4th floor.
4th floor?
Correct.
Oh, man.
We are currently on the 1st floor.
Holy cow, there's
like
3
down.
more at least.
Okay.
Correct. Down. We have, as stated, we have 4 floors here. There's the business floor, which is where we are now. The medical floor, which is where the majority of treatment and research is done. The recreation floor, which is where our rehabilitation facilities are. And our emergency wing. That's where Miss Mayflower stays.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Well,
So if we wanted some sort of, tour of this place, looks at the paperwork drawer that won't open.
Sure, just a moment, though. It seems that, due to he looks at the handle still in his hand. Error. He just kind of tosses it aside. Due to a small paperwork malfunction, I don't think I'll be able to go through all the proper procedures, although I can mentally log it. I do need to know who you are, though.
we are. Morphogu looks around. My name is Fogu.
If you're hesitant to hand out your name to a stranger, that's quite all right.
No, I've always been Mike Fogu.
you see the light in his face, like half dim, like
He can fucking tell.
Out of character, do we like want to give him our names, or like I just thought of some fake ones off the top of my head I can throw at him, but
he elaborates further before you deliberate on that. Really, a description of you is more than enough if you're not comfortable with handing out your name, although why you are here is also important information that I need to log.
I would much rather you use the name.
Oh, you don't have enough paper.
Yeah. You said that you couldn't talk about the finer details of ink rot. Is it possible that this Mayflower can?
Oh, exceptionally possible. She's one of our not leading researchers. No, she doesn't research. That's not really her thing. She's more like a management type. He thinks. There's certainly someone here who can help you, though.
Oh, okay, good.
You work here. If you saw ink rot, you could tell that's what it was, right?
Correct.
She undoes a lot of like the wrappings around her infected hand and just holds it up. Is this ink rot?
Correct. I assume that's why you're here, then.
Yeah, we are here to.
Yes.
We are here to treat our friend here, Zinkrot. He just picks up that ball immediately.
I see. I see. Well, feel free to wait on the benches, then. I'll buzz a doctor, and they'll be right with you.
Alrighty.
Gotta go 24!
So
Okay.
Sit on the bench.
Well, thank you, Peter. My name is Varys. Thank you for your help.
Or are we not? Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, Varys can do whatever she wants, but
I mean, I don't think this
does it
thing
matter,
is
I guess? I
implicitly
don't know.
nefarious, so like
Yeah,
I don't
You
think
give him
it's
your
a
name.
problem.
you give him your name, and like his eye lights up a bit. A pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
it's been
Cornelius.
so
Thank
good.
you for the help, and sorry for all the questions. We just, We've tried
of
at
course, it
other
is.
places, and we're glad we finally found a place that can help.
It is my job, so I'm more than happy to assist. Although I'll have to get you in touch with perhaps one of the researchers in order to get more information. I'm not trusted with all of the most sensitive details, as I'm sure you can assume. I'm a bit of a gossip.
Oh, I understand that entirely. But yeah,
Thanks, we'll just be waiting.
Of course.
Up.
Robbie's just kind of sitting here, like, looking over at Morfogu, like, bro, what the fuck is this place kind of look?
So... Okay. I don't want to be rude, and maybe I'm the only one thinking this. This is a little weird, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Extraordinarily strange.
And we haven't had any shortage of weird stuff happening to us ever since the whole Gaudius thing.
Yeah. Huh. I don't... Varys just, like, scratches the back of her head. She still has her turtleneck, like, covering basically the entire bottom half of her head. I don't remember reading anything like this. I used to read a lot. But this is really weird.
So as you guys are sitting around here, you hear just a horrific electronic crack sound.
Huh?
Paging Dr. Jerome. Dr. Jerome.
Jerome?
Jerome?
Yeah, it's Jerome.
Oh, that's...
Jeremy.
Huh. That
I
was
would be
weird.
interested if there were other.
He sees Peter come out.
Yeah, Peter comes out and seems a bit confused. The response should have been a lot faster than that. This is urgent, after all. Perhaps Dr. Jerome is busy then.
I wonder
maybe
if
something to do
everybody
with-
here is dead.
Or maybe something to do with the lack of maintenance on the stuff around. Said it yourself.
That would certainly explain some things. Dr. Jerome may have great difficulty getting here.
Out of curiosity, have you been to the lower floors recently?
Oh, goodness no. I'm not permitted to leave my post unless a state of emergency comes about.
Yeah.
For example, if someone were to need a tour of our facility for urgent medical needs, and there was no one else around to assist in doing such a thing. Say!
Yes,
Yeah.
I need a tour.
You know,
Taylor
Peter,
raises her hand. Yes, I need a tour.
I was just thinking the same thing, Peter. This is how you're such a good helper. You know exactly what we need.
Dr. Jerome did always say that I had a way with people.
Hee
It
Okay.
kind of stops. Always says.
All right. Believe me, I'm not one to normally ask this question, but I guess it's. I won't say it's bothering me because, like, it's not. You seem friendly. What are you?
Oh. Well, I'm the personal terminal. Personality 3.
Right.
You can call me Peter.
No. Yep. Mm-hmm. If you were to. Well, no, I got it. All right. I guess that's good enough.
Yeah.
Dwarf. This is just what dwarves look like.
Can you fucking imagine? And that's why they're extinct? Because they're fucking robots.
They're always identical to robots, but they're just called dwarves.
I hate.
Morfogu is like pretty closely examining Peter. Like this is weird. Where's your soft bits?
I mean, he does in fact have soft bits in there. It's just that they're, plasticky.
Oh,
okay.
I was about to lose my mind.
I must be like, yo, this dude got flesh in him?
Is this armor or?
No, this is my casing. Have you never seen someone like me before?
Nope.
No.
And like I said, I'm not normally one to ask about these sorts of things. I just,
You can feel how hard he has to process that you don't know what he is. Ah.
There are a lot of you guys then?
There's a ton of us. There's at least 24 in this facility alone. Across all of Aldwell, though, there could be hundreds, thousands.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, you're nice, so hopefully they are too.
I will admit, not all of them are as friendly as I am. I'm a pretty rare exception.
Oh.
I'm a public use one.
Yeah, your job is to be here and greet people, so you gotta be nice.
Maybe
Exactly.
they've all been killed then.
Morphogu thinks to himself.
Most are devoid of personality.
All right. Well, I guess we should probably get started on that tour then.
Pardon, I'm dreadfully sorry. I didn't actually answer your question, just questioned you a bit, and gave you some basic statistics. I'm a robot.
Robot?
Robot.
Like a like a Robert with one less R?
Morphogu pulls out his little sketch pad and starts doodling.
Varys notices something and waddles over.
Yeah, you see,
I didn't see it. Well,
what is it?
Yeah, you see over there. You see over there in the other booth. There appears to have been a massive cave-in.
There's something under the rocks?
Yes, that unit will be unable to help you.
Okay.
Yeah, this place definitely needs maintenance.
Is it dead?
Dead is not the appropriate word for it. In truth, robots such as myself and you know, TERP2 over there, we are not alive, per se. We can't truly die.
What? You're obviously alive. You're responding to me and, like, I don't know, talking and stuff?
This is just a facsimile of life, to make you, the customer, feel more comfortable.
Huh. Well, that doesn't make me feel more comfortable at all.
I'm not supposed to tell you about that, is probably why.
You're like a construct, then?
Yes. Like a golem, but more thinky.
Huh. Wow, that's pretty impressive work. Who made you?
Oh. Well, me specifically, I have no real idea. It's just whoever built all of the other robots here. There's plenty of plants around. I'm sure I could find that information if I looked.
Alright.
Yeah. Kind of looks back over to the busted robot though. That one though, as stated, that's TERP2. It had the same function as myself, though the personality was slightly different. The creators said that P2 was meant to accommodate those who did not need a notable amount of social care. People who just wanted to get in and out quickly were to go to that booth instead. Those who needed someone to talk to would go to mine. Dr. Derome said that this incarnation, my incarnation of the personality, was very effective. He said that those who interacted with me had nothing but positive things to say, meaning it's very likely this personality will be commonplace in other robots in the near future.
I see. Incidentally, I have one more question before we go. How common is ink rot?
His eye dims a bit. Exceptionally, tragically.
I see.
And he sort of looks over at Michaela a little bit, like, is that like, so almost questioningly, like, is that your experience?
Sorry, hold on. What was the?
So
I even thought about what to do next because this is kind of a big deal. What's that?
Morfogu thought about. Morfogu asked how common ink rot is as a ailment, and he said exceptionally. And so I'm like, so Morfogu kind of looks over at Michaela to kind of get a gauge of like, is that your experience? Like, how common is that? Like, have you seen it a lot before?
She shakes. No, she definitely hasn't. She shakes her head. No,
Yeah.
I don't remember much, but it's very fast. It's very quick. Once it's on you, you don't survive for more than a few seconds.
Whoa.
Certainly that used to be the case, but due to facilities like this, we've made enough advancements where there's, in-field treatments for it. Something that can increase your chances of survivability at least long enough to be escorted to a facility like this one. I'm terribly sorry, just a moment. You are not familiar with ink rot? It's the most common plague of the lands.
Cornelius has just got a big thinking.
If you've never encountered it, then you've lived a nice life, albeit a sheltered one.
Michaela here is the only person I've ever known to have it, and I wouldn't describe my life as sheltered.
The light in his face flickers a bit. I see.
Do you know where it comes from?
It comes from, it's unclear. Very practically, it comes from writhing black masses of it, but where it comes from is unclear.
I see.
Does it have a name, or what it looks like?
The affliction is ink rot. The mass is... no one really agrees on what to call it. Much like they don't agree on what to call the rot itself.
Would it possibly be called, like, corruption?
That would be a valid way to describe it, I suppose.
Okay. Huh.
All right, well, let's get that tour going then.
Yeah.
Started appearing in some desert. Does that desert have a name? Or, like, maybe if it did when it existed? If it's still around?
I'm sorry, what's your question?
Because this as far as like we know, like in this sort of like point in history, it all came from like some desert, right? And then it just like spread out from there. You know the name of that
It was
desert?
it was an entire other continent, right? And
Yeah, I thought
now
it
it's
was
just
I thought it was
showing up as
an island or
edges of the
something.
desert.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
shit.
the continent that was erased, where all of this started in recent memory was called Zana. The desert that it creeped into is a place called Vivani.
Okay.
Yeah, that's... I remember that, and that's what's making me really question it, because this is not in that...
We're not in that continent.
We're not in that continent, and there should be no reason why this is the most common plague in this continent, so I think this place is over 1,000 years old.
Yeah,
And I
probably a
think
safe
this
assessment.
place, and I think the heroes got rid of it all, but this place still is here.
I'm wondering if Morfogu might have encountered, maybe not necessarily places like this specifically, but other underground facilities that are just like known to exist in the pit, because the pit is huge. And I'm just like, I wonder if like there's something
Go get into any
there.
weird doors at some point.
Yeah, the
There's-
strange doors and stuff like that.
The pit's, massive and expansive and underground. There is no shortage of incidents of people running into, strange places down there. Any of them still existing today, though, is not the case. Any massive caches of metal like that get scarfed up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that tour started, I guess.
Right. On with the tour. Yeah, Tristan's just kind of been staying in his lane here.
Yeah, good on
That's
him.
fair.
He's mostly interested in seeing how you guys interact with this.
While he was chilling there, Ravi came and like sat next to him for a bit and was like, he was doing a similar thing to Morphogo where he was like scribbling and doodling down what was around him and stuff, but he looked pretty like perplexed and like not worried, but like just like off-put generally.
Mm-hmm. I
You
think
okay,
that's a
Robin?
sentiment shared by a lot of us.
He just kind of gives like a bewildered look around and
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I got your back.
Give it back.
Oh, the light is disappearing. We should go faster.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I got distracted. That's usual.
Yeah, Peter's about to direct you to this door. Oh, terribly sorry. I don't. The procedure on this is dubious.
Dubious?
How much of an emergency is this situation?
Morphogu looks at Michaela, who is like
Michaela
covered in ink.
kind of looks like a little uncomfortable. Like, she knows everyone here knows the extent of the damage that's been done, but she doesn't like showing it off at all.
It is taking up a large portion of our friend here's body, and so we would like to have it handled as quickly as possible.
She puts a hand up, like thanks, but it's okay. And she walks up to Peter and she sort of pulls back her cloak and reveals like how far it's spread across her face.
Oh dear, that is quite serious. Yes. All right, we can skip the protocol of cleansing you. This seems urgent.
Cleansing?
She pulls the hood back over.
Yes, this is a medical facility. It's highly important we keep things as clean and sterile as possible, especially dealing with Inkrot itself.
Mm-hmm.
Morphogu takes a deep breath of the foggy ass sweat air that has accumulated down here over the course of centuries.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
Oh.
Nothing makes me feel more alive. Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, no, this is nostalgic in a bad way.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Well, on the positive side, you're not there.
Yeah, there's a button on the side that Peter's pressing and it's like, the doors are supposed to open. The facility is running on auxiliary power at the moment. It is possible that things are getting a little bit jammed up.
Have you tried thinking at it? That usually works.
Yeah, is this one of those will doors? Does it look like one?
This looks a little bit different. Peter's
button, like the cannon.
Don't worry. I believe I can handle this one. And he takes up one of his very like wireframey, fallen apart hands, and an electric shock jolts through it and sparks onto the door, and the doors slide open.
Was that a lightning spell or what?
The spell, goodness no. Robots aren't really capable of doing things like magic.
I see. What is this place exactly? This is a really weird little room.
This is called an elevator.
All right, well, what are we doing here?
Well, the general idea is that we're going to get to a lower floor this way. We could potentially take the stairs, but they seem pretty thoroughly closed off is all. Don't worry.
If it's an elevator, wouldn't that mean it only goes up?
You would think that, but no, they do go down. Tristan nods. I was thinking that as well.
A delevator.
Correct, I guess.
Varys thinks about that.
But then it can go back up, right? So...
Oh, of course, yes. It can go up and down.
So
it's a very
re-elevator.
Yeah, it's all a very complicated process, but I assure you, it's entirely safe.
Okay.
Cornelius clueless
Morpho,
to
you
how
just-
elevators work, so he's standing in the middle, not holding anything.
Yeah, he begins. Peter begins messing with some buttons, and you hear a horrific electric crack as some noise starts being played in here.
I was gonna say you got some elevator music.
Oh, what is that? Something's attacking us.
Peter just looks up to the speaker. Seems auxiliary power is not enough to get the music to play correctly.
Music? Oh. Is that what this is supposed to be?
That was the intention, yes.
I see.
Yeah, you feel the elevator and it starts to move. It feels very I'm gonna die. Like you ever ride on the subway? It feels like that level of I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I'm just like a panicking cat.
Robbie has bent this metal bar with his hand.
Varys is hugging Cornelius.
What's happening? What's happening?
Oh,
Michaela?
This feels like an earthquake!
I don't know.
It's not an earthquake. It's perfectly normal. I suppose it's quite possible you've never encountered an elevator before.
no.
Don't worry. These things are held up to a very high quality of safety. It's fine.
Okay.
When's the last
No,
time it
that
had
makes sense.
maintenance?
He stops and thinks.
Crash.
You hear a pop come from above the elevator.
Is that not supposed to happen?
Peter looks up. It might be wise to brace yourself for impact.
Everybody get low! Get down!
And you hear a ka-chunk as something above you snaps and the elevator fucking plummets.
Hey, Al.
Everybody hit the deck!
Robbie grabs onto all of the people in front of him in a giant bear hug.
Cornelius and Varys are hugging each other, and now Robbie is hugging them. Oh god, where are we?
Oh god, we're crushing Cornelius, no!
No! Why is he at the bottom?
Why am I at the top?
Because you're the one who was able to stand up and hold everyone.
Oh my. Oh, Tristan, I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Tristan gets up.
I want
That
out
was
of this
not very
box.
fun.
No.
Mate's butt.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, Peter's sort of just trying to pop his joints back into place. Apologies. It's supposed to be perfectly safe. We hold ourselves to a very high quality standard of maintaining our elevators.
So there are stairs, right?
There are stairs, yes.
I'd like to use those next time.
Yeah,
Of course, that would...
I don't
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
I don't know if we have an option on that front next time.
I would like to step out of the elevator.
Since the elevator appears to be broken.
Yes, of course. Let's get out of here. Peter runs a spark through the door again, and it opens. And the elevator is immediately greeted with a rush of rancid-looking water.
Ew.
Oh, like it's pouring in?
Doing
Is
that
that
little
what?
steppy toe thing you do when
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
want
it's
to
out
get your
this way.
feet.
Oh wait.
How fast is it rushing in? Like,
Pretty fast. There's a lot of water out here.
Oh
It's
god, get out, small
Everybody
one.
get out.
yeah, the water here. It's not ultra high, but it is definitely high and gross. It's at like about let me see. It's like a few It's like half a foot above the ankle. Like it's.
Oof.
Yeah, no.
Oh no, Cornelius is gonna drown.
Cornelius is pretty wading through this shit.
Yeah, so like it's basically almost to like Varys' knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, it's pretty high on Corn Boy. He's not feeling great.
Hey kids, get ready for difficult terrain. No reason for combat.
No reason to put difficult terrain and combat together. Why would anyone do that?
What kind of monster?
While we're talking about things, while we're talking about things that suck, yes, you've noticed the difficult terrain. Yeah, no, if you were to have to get into a scrap down here, this would not be good. Second thing you notice, if you thought the air upstairs was bad, the air down here is so much worse. To give you the brief footnote list of horrible effects that will happen down here, because you guys, Morphogu particularly, would probably be able to understand this. The air down here is so bad, you all take a -2 on fortitude saves. Doing any strenuous activity down here that would cause you to breathe too heavily for too long will deal 1d2 strength damage, and if you rest down here, you will wake up fatigued.
Fair enough.
Yikes.
The air down here is horrible.
Oh yeah, we're all getting sick.
Do I have a spell? No.
Yeah, Peter,
Most might have been
like
used
just
up.
kind of kicks his feet through the water. This is wrong.
Oh,
It
this
seems
wasn't here before?
I suppose a pipe must have burst at some point. Maybe that's what maintenance is dealing with.
So is it safe to assume that we're on the 4th floor?
Yes, we're on the 4th floor. We made it there in record time.
Okay. I think it would be great if we found that lady and then left.
Yeah.
Morphogu keeps his thoughts to himself.
Yeah, we should probably...
You're looking for... Ah, yes, right, of course.
The director?
One in charge,
Yeah.
yes. Which way do we go?
He rubs his head. Right. I think something got rattled with me again.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. I remember. We're looking for Miss Mayflower. Her office is down this way. Follow me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Cornelius, do you want to piggyback?
Weed. Weed.
Like, if you don't say it out loud, he's not asking, but he is having a dreadful time, you notice?
Yeah, no, he's just gonna scoop him up and plop him on his back.
Oh, thank you, Ravi.
Ooh.
Boy, oh boy.
Now it's really like home. Ugh.
I really do apologize. Usually everything's in a lot nicer condition than this.
What is that?
What is that?
Oh boy, Stream
looks
can't
like-
see it because we're inching forward on the Ravi train.
Nope, gonna ignore that.
Sure does just look like a wasp's nest.
Oh!
Like a bunch of faces.
I have
Sad
no idea what that is, actually.
Let's keep moving.
Yep, I think it would be wise to not engage with that.
We'll have to go a bit of the roundabout way to get to Miss Mayflower's office, but that seems fine.
Hey, Lamb, can I have control of Corn?
Sure.
Haha, I don't have to do anything!
Yeah, let's see here.
Michaela shines her bullseye lantern around because this is like clearly some like pretty high tech stuff that just isn't around, on the surface world. And she says to Peter, "This technology you all seem to have seems very advanced. I'm surprised it's not more commonplace."
Well, it's...
Staring at that thing as he passes.
Ravi, you are probably the one here who has the best shot at being able to recognize what that is, so roll character level for me.
Oh boy, and that's 4 for us, I think?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're-
Yeah. You know what, Morphogu, you've got a good shot at it too. You both can try.
Yo,
sick of
Hey,
it.
Hey,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, Ravi, you can clue in.
Oh!
Morphogu, you know.
All right, Morphogu. Morphogu, you really know. Robbie, you definitely know. But Morphogu's the one who's going to be able to verbalize it, so it's probably more helpful that he got the 20. So, what that is, it took you a few seconds to recognize it. That is, it's not a hive per se. It's sort of like it's sort of like not an incubation chamber either. It's sort of just like a case that holds on to the very, very babyest form of rust monsters.
Oh, that's not great.
Oh,
We're all gonna need a tetanus shot.
No
Just
wonder.
ignore it.
Oh, all the robots down here are probably so fucked.
yeah. Do we have, incidentally, anybody bring good, non-metal equipment with us?
No.
Tristan holds up his bow. Hello.
Oh, good.
My
okay.
crossbow's mostly out of dark wood, so.
Okay.
Robbie holds up his fists.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do also have my longbow, but I'm definitely better with my halberd.
Yeah, I have a bow as well. That was
Kayla looks at herself covered in chainmail and metal things.
Hey, right there with you, girlfriend.
yeah, there's just keep an eye out. There's a very real possibility of there being some rust monsters about.
Peter turns to you. That shouldn't really be. He thinks for a moment.
I know what that little incubation set was. That is exactly what that is.
If there's an infestation of rust monsters down here, that would definitely explain why the security staff and the maintenance staff, they've been so lax. Yes, that would make sense. An additional note about rust monsters: they are pretty few and far between. Let me spit out the sentence.
What?
You would definitely, if you had a metric for it, you would qualify them as an endangered species, but they're just monsters to you guys, so, like, that metric's not really worthwhile. But people have killed a lot of these things because they are deemed to be a complete nuisance on armies and
It's on site.
facilities. Yeah, it's basically on site with them.
Yeah,
Who cares
there was
about
one.
endangered species? These shits are bad.
There was one that lived. There was one that lived not far from my hovel in the pit. A lot of kids called it Old Gus and would throw rocks at it. I lost some childhood enemies because of Old Gus. So, like, you know, but still very dangerous.
Yeah, Peter attempts to open this door. This time he seems to be trying to will it open like you guys would do the other doors, but it doesn't seem to be working very well for him. This isn't her office, but she might be in here.
Morphogu.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything we can use to distract rust monsters?
Metal, probably.
Yeah, metal. I advise everybody remove any sort of metal you have on you.
So again, with your 20, there's certain implications of them having a big nest down here, if that is what this is. This place is made entirely out of metal, and most of the reason why they go so gung-ho on attacking adventurers is because they are generally completely starving to death.
So they're probably actually
pretty well fed here.
Oh, yeah.
So they might not go on site for us if we're in metal.
They certainly won't be too distracted if you throw metal things their way. There's a lot of competition for that.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. My plan, at least, because like I was thinking, I'll just grab some of this metal, but I'm like, no, if these things are going to choose between old rusted metal and my brand new metal, they're going to choose the brand new metal every time. Luckily, I do have a Masterwork short sword I could probably throw.
As a predatory creature, it might also just prefer the food that it doesn't have to work super hard for, especially if it's used to not working super hard for its food.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
That makes sense. Oh boy. Okay.
Peter's
Sorry.
really struggling with this door.
Here, I'll help you out, Peter. I will the door.
Yeah, no. You will the door. You can definitely feel you are doing all of the work on opening this door.
You know, he's a construct.
Peter steps through. Miss Mayflower, are you? He kind of kicks the water here. Oh, flooded as well.
Is that Miss Mayflower?
No, that's just another robot. Yeah, he goes over to this one.
Just whispers to everyone, so I don't think Miss Mayflower is a robot, which means there's a high chance she's not around anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But her office might still be useful. It might have something, so...
I suspect we're gonna have a hard time finding notes.
Yeah, but maybe equipment, something?
Yeah.
Peter, I couldn't help but notice this table with chains on it.
He looks over at that. Ah, yes, that's an important necessity. This is the emergency wing. It's generally hard to use anesthetics on people who are in extreme late stages of ink rot. They're also just generally extremely dangerous before treatments are done. It's an unfortunate necessity.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also seeing this like chest over here. There's a lot of different little bottles.
There's a
Yeah,
fucking
there's-
thing over here.
Gaping hole in the floor.
Oh
Where
yeah.
you dump the bodies.
Well, if that was is that a hole in the floor? Because I figure if it was, it'd be full of water, right?
Yeah, it's hard to represent that. It is a hole, kind of. So what it is there is like this big box coming out of the ground, and there is a hole in said box.
Gotcha.
Peter can explain.
Okay.
That's the incinerator.
Oh.
Ah.
Probably
Maybe-
just a coincidence that those are in the operating room.
It's not a coincidence. Ink rot is exceptionally difficult to dispose of in a clean fashion. We sort of just need to get it out of here before it becomes dangerous.
I see. That makes sense. All right.
I think we're kind of like looking around at some of these bottles and stuff. Are they full of anything?
Oh, yeah, no, tons of them are full of stuff. It's really just a matter of these things, their labels are long gone.
Yeah.
We can take a guess.
It's probably medicine in some capacity. Peter chips in again. Most likely although anesthetics are generally ineffective, a lot of them we do try anyway. It's better to be able to knock patients out, although the finer points beyond that are a bit lost on me.
Yeah. Those anesthetics and stuff. Does that stuff ever expire, to your knowledge?
At some point I would expect it to, yes. It would likely take dozens of years, though.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. So they're probably still good.
He says, and then he just kind of goes. He just kind of like motions with his head, no, to everybody else.
You see, Varys is about to be like, but it's probably been like, oh.
Yeah, Peter kind of drags this one out of the water a bit. Yes. This is MEDAS 7, or Medical Assistant 7. This one's primary task was to assist in sensitive surgeries that could risk being sullied by mortal hands, or surgeries that were simply too dangerous for our medical staff to touch with gloved hands or not. With ink rot, that kind of thing is pretty common. These models were made with hands that could easily detach in the event that they were compromised. This particular unit was assigned to Dr. Forsyth. Wasn't much of one for conversation, so he usually went to the other terminal, but on the occasions where he came to mine, he seemed extraordinarily dedicated to his work. If the other doctors were to be believed, he saved many lives while working here. Even if a few crying colleagues that came to me were brought on by his careless word choices.
Oh.
His eye flickers a bit. Seems this unit's broken.
Just a head.
If they're not dead, why are you eulogizing them?
Just a heads up. It's the music track seems to be very loud, and Rube's not here to lower it. So
yeah, I've noticed that with this track specifically.
Yep.
Alright.
There we go.
Bumped it down.
fabulous. Thank you.
It's sad Peter time.
Okay. Well, oh boy.
Varys is very uncomfortable here.
Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like the manager's not here. Maybe we should check the next area, huh?
Yeah.
Right. Of course.
We should.
Morphogu kind of like leans in with the rest and is like a quick little group huddle.
Maybe we should go easy on some of this stuff. He seems really confused and like he doesn't know what's going on. I think he's coming to grips with some uncomfortable facets about his new reality, and we should probably like ease him into some of this stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey Peter, do you want us to take point for you?
Oh,
you know, just in case if there's a rust monster here, I wouldn't want your casing to get all messed up, right?
if there's a rust monster here, it'll be my responsibility to maintain the safety of my guests.
We're pretty good at maintaining safety. We've been doing this for a little while now.
We're also a bit more immune to rust than you are.
Oh, all right. Well, if you say so.
No, that was Tristan.
That was Tristan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just wanna make sure you're doing okay.
What's up with these bottles?
There's just a lot of bottles floating down here. Not much to it beyond that. They seem, some of them are booze bottles. Most of them aren't.
Clong. Ding.
Booze bottles, huh?
I imagine the labels are anything that once remained of a label is long gone on a lot of these bottles.
Even without the force that erases all written word from 1,000 years ago, these labels wouldn't be holding up very well.
Right.
All right.
I'll keep one of these bottles.
Yeah, why not?
Just to have.
Yep.
Give it to Laszlo.
Yeah.
He likes
probably like
1,000-year-old things. Or he doesn't like, but that's his thing.
Her office should be down this way to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this
Alright.
is sort of a roundabout way of getting there. It would have been better to take the direct path, but if there were rust monsters in the way, then it wouldn't have been very safe, I suppose.
Yeah, it's probably just best to avoid them just in case.
So are these other rooms like...
Robbie's gonna put out a hand and back everyone up.
What? What is it, Robbie?
I can't see because Morphogu's the line.
I know. I'm like.
He just quietly
Bad.
Okay.
Man, I can't even sneak. They're gonna feel the vibrations in the water. This is bad.
Could we throw something the other direction?
Yep.
Morfogu takes that bottle he just got, and
Farewell bottle.
is gonna fucking huck it in the opposite direction, like as far down that hallway as he can.
Yeah, sure. Give me a ranged attack.
Yep.
You gotta eat it.
All right, pretty tight. Yeah, you grab your bottle. You frisbee it. It goes zoom down the way, and you feel just popping out in your ass. Wow, you can throw a bottle. Real impressive, man.
Oh man. All right.
Throw
Oh,
him.
hey, you.
I try to drown the turtle.
It's a
Don't breathe water.
Get in the book, you
Anyway,
scared the hell out of me. I thought it was the rust monster talking to me at first.
nah. the rust monsters seem pretty immediately spooked by the bottle, and you hear them using their significantly less noteworthy defense mechanism. Naturally, the one that everyone is aware of is how they turn things to rust. But actually, despite their stupid bulbous forms, they do have wings under there. They can't fly, but they can make a very loud buzz sound to try and startle things.
Ugh.
I am startled.
You have to assume that they're buzzing at that bottle.
Peter, are there rooms that connect to other rooms we could use?
No, we just sort of have to go down the hall.
All right. Give me 1 second.
We can't afford to fight that thing down here.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad. All right. Let's just try to make as little noise as possible. It's not touching the water, so it might not feel the waves. And so we're just gonna slowly grasp it.
Is this the stealth part? I feel like we need to.
You slowly start trudging, and pretty immediately it seems that your distraction wears off. They look right at you. They don't gun it for you. They just look.
We just look. It's like we're in a Western standoff. Like, who's gonna make the first move?
on that 20, like, again, rust monsters aren't aggressive unless they're hungry.
Yeah, no, they are not aggro unless they are literally starving to death, and you have no reason to believe that they are.
Yep. Let's just look as calm and unappetizing as possible.
Now, at least these kinds of rust monsters are. There are other variations of rust monsters that are significantly more aggro, but whether or not you know a lot about them remains to be seen.
And try to look big and maybe a little bit scary. That way
Cornelius on top of Robbie's shoulders bolts up.
Oh boy.
As you start to pass, it sort of like jolts towards you and goes bzzz.
Oh, like it's trying to be tough.
Yeah, no, it's trying to spook you. It doesn't leave the clutch, so there's not really anything to be afraid of.
It's eating.
Yeah, we're gonna stay like Morfogu's kind of like he's got his cloak on and he's kind of holding it around his arms, and so he's like trying to make himself look bigger as he sort of like backs away, still facing them, but he's like backing off as best he can.
As a note, I absolutely hate the way these things are drawn. Good job.
Yeah, no, Nico killed it.
Yeah.
Oh, Nico did these.
Like
Nice.
we knew exactly what flavor of thing it was. Not that it was rust monster, but bug.
Book.
Hmm.
Alright. How much further is the office?
Just down another hallway after this.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Yeah, just wading through all this.
Ugh, all the fucking metal underfoot. I hate it.
Oh yeah, no, there's no shortage of big pieces of metal that you can like trip on here from just the ceiling caving in. Like, years ago at this point. Peter looks around a bit. It seems like we might be in the clear.
Out of curiosity, I would assume Varys wouldn't have this knowledge, but just meta-wise, most of these doors would, I assume, have like plaque that says like what they are. Is that the case here?
Implying says anything?
Yeah, no, there are plaques. Says anything? No.
And they're like just completely blank, like nothing's even there. Okay, so this place is like for sure.
It is
over
100% over 1,000.
Definitely from at least the last phase. I've got suspicions it might be older than that.
Yeah.
While you're theory crafting, you do hear the sounds of something splashing. Just coming
direction?
from. Yeah, no, coming from this away.
Of course.
Oh, great.
All right.
From splashing sounds, does it sound particularly like, you know, just the difference between big splash and little splash?
It sounds like, definitely not little splash. Something's throwing its weight around over there, but it's not like big.
Huge.
Varys stays close to Morphogo because she's like, nope, last time you were alone, you got big owies.
Round 2. Yep. There's another one.
Can we? Well, never mind. If it's a rust hive, then never mind. But if it's something else, we could like duck in one of these rooms and like hide until it passes, kind of thing.
If we can get the door open, yeah.
That one looks a little different, but
Yeah, it might be worth seeing if we can get this door open.
Just a moment. Excellent. You've been spotted.
Great.
Oh. Are we able to roll
A
stealth
20.
at all?
No,
natural 20,
baby.
never mind.
I mean, I get a 20.
I mean, even if you get a counter 20, circumstances say that it has a better chance of seeing you than you do avoiding it. So, Morphogo, you creep around this corner ever so slightly, and you see like, there's another rust monster there. But where the other ones moved in a way that was like, you know, kind of lethargic, this one, its eyes like dart towards you. It immediately jumps onto the wall and blitzes you.
What?
Oh.
Arrows out. I'm gonna try to get.
Is that an initiative roll time?
Initiative's not going to be super required. This thing is by itself. The action economy is not in its favor. But Morphogu, I'll give you a shot. Give you a shot at not just immediately eating. Actually, no, I won't. He got a 20. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fair.
All right. So
He didn't get a 20 on the attack roll.
So this thing blitzes you and it bites down on you. You take 5 damage, and I need you to make a DC 14 Fortitude save.
Oof.
And there's a -2 from sustained, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yep. And then
That's why I picked my.
Yeah.
I had supervision and apparently foresaw that fortitude was going to be a problem because I picked that as my +2. So now I'm net even.
This is not a great save on my part, but maybe I'll roll good dice.
That's not bad.
Okay, that's good enough.
Excellent. All right. I assume that's with all of the everything. Excellent.
That's correct.
So this thing barrels at you, and when it latches onto you, you feel a very primal sense of fear just being in this close of a vicinity with this thing, and it's a fear that you hadn't felt since you tried to touch Michaela's face. Michaela, you immediately recognize that this thing is a corrupted monster.
Oh.
I'm gonna like just try to hold it underwater while we fight.
Can we drown it? Are they drownable?
It's a bug. I don't see why not.
I mean, it's a bug. You have so much circumstance above this thing, it literally doesn't stand a chance at taking you out. Just with a dedicated effort of stuff it under the water and everyone beat on it for a second.
Yeah, the black, and it like leaps towards Morfogu, and it's like, no. She's gonna fucking like leap in and strike it with her long spear, because that's where she gets those.
Cornelius hops off of Ravi's back to let Ravi beat the hell out of it in peace.
Yeah, no, he's not even gonna beat it. He's just gonna hold it down and like pin the arms down.
Yeah, you impale this thing, Michaela. You manage to avoid any of the spots that you suspect would cause a severe leakage of ooze, and yeah, the thing is super dead.
Varys immediately runs to the path they just came from and looks down it to make sure that more aren't coming.
Nope.
Okay. I think it's dead.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Peter scrambles forward. That was exceptionally reckless. Oh dear.
It's all right. It's just a little bite. I will treat it when we get back.
Michaela stops Morfogu and looks him over. Does he have it on him?
He was very mercifully spared being touched by it.
What? What is it?
You're fine. It didn't get on you. Although, if it did,
no, it definitely did. He's looking at the bite, like,
Not that. That. She points to the black spots on it. If that got on you, well, you'd already be dead.
Oh, shit.
It has ink rot?
How? Peter just looks down at it. How would that have happened?
Well, I mean, if this was the area where they were treating folks with it.
With all due respect, we take safety very seriously here. All of our samples are kept under significant lock and key. It should not have been able to get into anything.
Varys zones out
the samples.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Go ahead, Will.
Varys was just zoning out like, oh, like the elevator, huh?
Where do you keep the samples?
The samples are ordinarily kept on the second floor. We don't need them down here. Everything's far too extreme.
Morfogu shudders at the thought of what the second floor looks like right now.
Alright. Well, let's keep moving, I guess. Weapons out, everybody, just to be safe.
Yeah, of course.
I cannot carry you. I have to punch in case.
Yep. The good life gone.
All gone.
Tristan looks down at this poor creature. A shame.
Just stay close, Cornelius.
Yep.
Okay. Just one more corner, right?
No extra corner necessary. Her office is here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
thank goodness.
Okay. All right. Everything seems okay.
Yeah, he tries to open the door again and similarly can't really get it to budge.
I
Morfogu's a
gotcha.
homie.
Yeah. For you, the doors, you've got the magic touch, man. And yeah, you can go right on in.
Been opening doors my whole life.
Oh god. Hate when this happens.
All right. Well, looks like she isn't here.
Peter wades through the water. No, it seems she isn't.
Well, that's good. I don't know how Peter would have reacted if... anyway. Let's take a look around, I guess.
Going through these notes, not expecting to
Obviously,
find
no.
anything.
Yeah, feel free to make perception checks. This is a very relevant area for them.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ooh,
Okay.
me, baby.
All right, so so the most relevant areas to gain perception, to get good perception rolls. You guys did very well. So, Morfogu, you see these books and immediately assess the truth. It's like, yeah, no, this is this is going to be a pretty lost cause. Like, touching them, like, they're either blank or they turn to dust. Or books have difficulty maintaining their structure when they're not in hell conditions, you know?
Yeah.
But Ravi...
Turning into slop.
Ravi, while Morphogi just sees a bunch of books that turn to slop, you see a book that is very suspiciously not like slop.
Why not slop book?
Yeah. You go and you pull it out, and you find that it is a hollowed out fake book.
What's in here?
I will tell you what's in there.
Hooray!
That was a great reaction.
It's not a turtle, is it?
It's a space gun. We get it after all.
Yeah.
Lamp, like, you're gonna take my fucking space gun and you're gonna, like...
We can't rob from the dead. We must leave the space gun here. God damn it!
Alright, so, digging through the book, you find that inside of it there's a bunch of blank papers, which are instantly disappointing.
Aww.
However, what's less disappointing is that there's also some not especially interesting small bottles in there. Not sure what they could have been. Again, probably long since expired. The interesting things, though, is that there is a ring in there, and there is a dagger in there.
Ooh.
More
What do
photos
they
like
like?
daggers.
The ring itself, it's got like a texture of like copper wire, like sort of like nastily like wound together. And it's definitely like got a lot of scorch marks on it. It's very sooty. The dagger, on the other hand, it feels like nice craftsmanship, and glancing at it, you will have a lot of weapon expertise. You can tell this is a cold iron dagger.
Nice.
Ooh.
A +1 cold iron dagger at that.
Oh.
Nice.
That's
Can I do a spellcraft on the ring to see?
Of course you can.
Doobly doobly. Spellcraft isn't especially good. I think Morphogus might be better, but I'm here, so I'll do it. What's magic?
Rough.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
you're not sure about it. You can pass that buck to Morphogus.
I got.
Me and Morphogu can both have books passed.
Yeah,
So we can have
Bring it over.
the books.
He will bring the goodie box to the desk for all to enjoy.
Sees dagger immediately. Okay.
I have dreadful news, everyone. While my knowledge arcana is fucking excellent, I do not have spellcraft.
You don't have spellcraft.
Really?
I believe I should be spellcraft.
Uh,
I do have spellcraft. So.
Ferris does by technicality.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do.
Let's go through the ringer.
Oh, no! Varus, it's up to you to tell us about the nasty ring. Yeah.
Thank fucking God.
Does Varus know this?
Ferris, you managed to figure out that this is a ring of retribution.
Oh, Jesus.
To give you the short version, the ring of retribution, as an immediate action, you can cause it to detonate in a 30-foot radius burst around you that deals 10d6 points of fire damage, DC 14 reflex save for half. And if you die, all of your shit is destroyed.
Oh, that will just blow us up.
So it's blow up and act like you don't know nobody.
It
the ring.
also, it hurts you. Also, oof.
Yeah, it will hurt you also, but it is a pretty trivial reflex save.
And this explosion never destroys the ring. It's just
the ring will always survive.
Wait, is this?
I wonder if we can, like, activate it and then throw it.
Yeah, it's fucking once per day.
It's an immediate action.
Yeah, it's an immediate action, so I think it just, you will it does it.
Now, guys, you need to understand, this is a 30-foot radius. This is a 60-foot circle that goes off. This is not something you just use. You will literally blow up a house.
But it is a thing, and it is now in your possession.
I don't want that. Don't give that to me. Don't even think about giving that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's gonna go to Bonson, I think.
Yeah, no. So, like, if you want to zoom out really quick, Rube, to the right, that will be what the right side of this circle looks like.
Wait, let me just.
For the full effect, this is how big the explosion is. You will just kill everyone.
Blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
10d6, huh? Let me just do a quick little. Yeah, I like those odds. I'm just saying.
I mean, Morfogu, you have evasion, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you have evasion.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I don't like. I always forget how big of a difference it is when it says a 30-foot circle or a 30-foot radius. Yeah, no.
Yeah, don't like those odds.
Pretty sure that'd bring most of us down.
Then that was a low roll.
I mean,
Me trying to calculate the rules for dying again, that might just kill Cornelius.
I mean, Varys would survive, even if she rolled poorly, because she has an assload of hit points. But I don't want Varys to use fire ever, because she doesn't like it.
Cornelius would very barely live.
I would very barely live? Alright, I was like, that's really close to the point where I die, right?
Yeah, no, that'd be so that's thing number one. That's just the beginning of this room's treasures. Second thing is that let's see, Michaela.
Me?
You notice that the bottle that is sitting on this desk it's unlabeled, naturally. But investigating it very lightly, you can tell that it's perfume. It's not half bad perfume either.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, this to give you a quick rundown, because like you could just, if you wanted to ask Ponson how much it was worth at any given time, you literally can.
Oh yeah.
It is to someone who doesn't care about it, it would be worth 800 gold. To someone who does care about it, it would be worth twice that much. And this would also just be a pretty bitchin' gift to anyone who appreciates the finer things in life.
Oh,
Nice.
fine vintage. Glug, glug, glug.
Kidding.
Michaela takes some
Or are
because
you-
it smells awful. Just gonna spray a little bit, just kind of into the air.
I mean, it's a matter of personal taste, really. It's
But what's the
it's
probably-
scent of?
the scent of it's. God. See, the problem with me is that my stance on perfume is that it all smells the
It
same.
all smells
and
pretty
it's-
bad. Yeah.
I mean,
It is
I
the-
guess if I notice it, can I see what it smells like?
It smells incredibly potent. That's what it smells like.
It probably also smells a little bit mixed with stagnant water.
Yeah, no, this probably isn't the optimal conditions to be testing this out on.
Why?
Hey, Peter.
Peter looks over to you. Yes?
Is Miss Mayflower a robot like you?
No. Goodness, no.
Yes. What is she? Maybe it'll help if we know what she looks like.
She's an elf woman, about as tall as I am.
Yeah. Okay. So she could be alive.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
what's the elf
elf.
age range?
The
Yeah,
elf age range is not 1,000.
yeah, I didn't think
Okay.
so.
It's a little over 100 on average.
Yeah. All right.
Like a door, like a safe door. This looks like a safe.
That's a safe.
right?
However, I'm still not done.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh, you're not.
With the first wave.
Please
So,
continue.
Varys, while you were bumbling around by the table, you managed to bump into it and knock something off of the bottom of it. There was
What?
something taped to the underside of this table.
A gun.
You find a gun.
Oh God, really? Is it like a what kind of gun?
It is a gun that is designed with a very ornate-looking dragon on the side. It's sick as hell.
A
So
dragon!
it's not a space gun.
It's
Or
not a
dragon?
space gun, no, it's a pistol.
Oh.
Wow.
Did you say dragon?
That's
Yeah, it's
Wow.
got a dragon on the side.
Wow, that's a really weird looking. It's a gun?
What's a gun?
No, I
It's-
forgot that we don't know what those things are.
Oh, okay.
Peter walks over and's like, "Yes, that's a gun. This is very specifically a Fire Drake pistol."
I had a feeling of something like that.
Oh.
Fire, huh?
Me,
Kinda
eyes
reminds me of that.
emoji.
This thing is worth 20,000.
300.
And you
I
only-
don't know. I don't know what it is. Let's leave it.
You just, I should point out, Varys just barely was able to hit the perception DC to find it while standing in a plausible area for me to say, yeah, you found it. So, good job finding it.
Hooray!
Is there any ammo for it, or is it just like the bullets that are in the gun?
It's only got what's in it, so it's only got one shot in it.
Oh. It's like a...
Wonder if the water's gonna fuck with that.
I mean, if you just shoot it, then like...
Is this more akin to like a... Is this more akin to like a flintlock, or more akin to a Glock?
In between?
It's a flint Glock.
Yeah.
It's a flint Glock. So, like, it's definitely more advanced than your average, than, like, I guess there really is no average metric for guns. They're extremely not commonplace. But for our real-world perspective, it's somewhere in between a proper gun and an old-timey gun. So, yes, a flint Glock.
So it's kind of like a revolver-ish.
Yeah,
in that range. Okay.
Yeah, we found a gun. Varys just sets on the table. I don't think I'm qualified to use whatever the heck this is. As much as I like dragons, I've got a bias.
I mean, I also like dragons.
Well, and there you go.
Peter's his eye starts flickering a little bit. We shouldn't take...
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. This belongs to Miss Mayflower.
His eye flickers a little bit again.
But if we find her, perhaps we can return her belongings to her.
It's fine, I think.
Yeah, we should probably try to find her and return this gun to her, because, like, if those rust monsters are out there, she might need some sort of backup.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Hey, I don't want to be that guy. I got a feeling that he's got a sanity meter, and if it snaps, we might have to put him down.
Well, we have a gun now, so it's fine.
Anyone else want to hold on to this?
I'd like to hold it.
Yeah, do it.
Morphogu puts it on the table and slides it.
Yeah, Tristan picks it up. Wow, neat.
Just be careful with it.
Be careful with
exactly what it can do. I think it involves further study.
It's like I think it's kind of like that crossbow, that crossbow that bird guy had, you know, from the weird house that we ran into. Remember? We put it back in the ground with him.
Tristan's just playing with the gun. I have no idea what you're on about.
Yeah, be careful with that.
Alright, now, the last notable beast of this room. The safe sticking out of the wall so tantalizingly.
The what?
There's a safe. Oh. It's right there.
Are you sure?
Where? I'm joking.
Meta me.
We're just like, no.
Meta me is like, how do I get Peter out of here?
Yeah, Metame is also like, the Peter in the room.
But Varys would not do that.
Maybe Peter can help us open this safe.
Oh.
Why would he want to, though?
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
Because he's like, don't steal her things, blah, blah. Which, you know, fair.
He did say that, in case you missed it, he did immediately go back on that comment, saying it was probably fine.
Yeah, but this is a safe.
So what do you think's in there, Peter?
Presumably it's just some of Miss Mayflower's personal effects.
Yeah.
Do you think there could be any information as to her whereabouts? If she's not here, where else could she be?
Yeah, she doesn't, like, live in this facility, does she?
No. There is a break room in the recreation area, but that's upstairs. She might be there.
Well, maybe we should take a look at what's inside the safe, just to make sure that it's still there. After all, a strange amount of things have been inconsistent with how you remember them being, and we just want to make sure that all that stuff's still there and, like, you know, good. So for when she comes back.
You're saying a lot of words at him, and like you get the feeling that like he doesn't really buy it, but that's not really conducive to what he responds with yes, that makes sense.
You doing okay, Peter?
Oh, yes, I'm perfectly fine. I'm just a bit damaged is all.
All right, well maybe we could find somebody to doctor you up when we get out of here. We can let somebody know that this place needs some maintenance.
Oh, I suppose that would be appreciated, but it's very likely unnecessary. We just need to find the maintenance crew is all.
Yeah, well, you know, it might not hurt to look around and you know, make sure that other places know that you need maintenance.
Yes.
I mean, with rust monsters being down here, there's all kinds of rough situations that this place could be in. Yeah. All right.
Morphogu's gonna take a look at this safe.
Of course. Seems it's a pretty intense safe.
Ooh.
There's nothing unfamiliar on it, which is nice given the surrounding area. It is just a pretty heavy duty safe.
All right. I haven't played with one of these in a while, and I'm guessing that I'm not going to be very familiar with the brand, so that's kind of fun.
Morphogu does sort of look at this as a little bit of a game. He hasn't gotten a chance to do this in a while. Is it sleight of hand? Or disable device? Yeah. Let's see here. Where's my disable device?
Yeah.
Yep, same roll. -2, right? Because of garbage water.
No, this isn't like extraneous activity. This isn't like.
Yeah, we've got time.
This is meticulous, not a.
Yeah, this is meticulous, and it's not like heavy lifting or anything.
Alrighty.
Morphogu takes out his tools and kind of like
looking. Peter, can you hold these for me?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, just hold them out like directly in front of you, just like that.
And so Morphogu gets to work.
Yeah. All right. You get to work on this, and you do appreciate this nice challenge. It's been a while since you've been able to do something like this, but these conditions are hellish even for your standards.
Yeah. Everything's too messed up in there. I think the mechanism might be rusted shut. All right, if I try any harder than this, I'm gonna break the pick. We'll have to come back later and maybe magic it open or something.
Morphogu says as Austin looks at his spells.
Yeah, Peter just lets out a sound that sounds like a sigh, but you know, just practically speaking, it can't be one.
All right, well, thanks for the help, Peter.
Of course.
This one seems like a lost cause.
I suppose we can rest easy knowing her things are safe, then.
Indeed.
You don't think even he buys that comment?
Yeah, Varys has just been listening to the door just in case there's been more splashing nearby.
Nope. No additional activity. You do hear the occasional bzzz of the distant rust monsters, but nothing nearby.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't think any of them have gotten closer since. Peter, if you know where the stairs are, I think it might be wise if we just leave.
Yeah, it's going to be about that time.
He starts thinking, I'm sorry, there's something else here I need to check out beforehand.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we can do that.
Seeing that
for?
monster in that state made me think that maybe We didn't have any samples down here, but it's possible that our maximum security cells were breached and some unfortunate soul got let out and infected some of these creatures.
Security cells. We didn't talk about those earlier.
No. As much as I like to pitch this place as being, utopia where we can solve every problem, we don't have the means to solve every problem as well as we would like to. Some cases are so severe that we can't address them as they are currently, so we place people in cells. They usually end up monstrous enough where it's not a question of ethics, just a question of safety.
What floor do you keep those on?
This one.
Great.
Are we gonna have to go past any of the...
Yes, we
Bigness?
are going to have to pass those again.
All right. Well, we just play it cool like last time, and we'll probably be okay.
Yeah, Peter's not really going to make any effort to direct you to other rooms, but if you are interested in other rooms...
I mean, I've been curious. I just don't have a light, so I can't even, like, poke my head in.
Oh, I have a light. Yeah, Michaela will...
Like, I think...
Morpho is the only one who has a light, so...
I think as Morphogu passes the doors, he's gonna kind of like will them open a little bit just so he can get a peek.
A little.
I mean, I have a lamp, so I can... Unless it's got washed out.
No, but Morphogu is the only one who has a light on him in Roll 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you handed him your lantern.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I did.
Yes, you did.
All right.
I don't know why I thought he had a light spell on him and I still have the lantern. That makes sense.
Ooh.
Is that a fucking paintball gun?
Got a fucking purple gun.
Hey!
Peter hears you open the door, turns. Oh, I suppose if you're curious, yes.
Yeah, what is this place? We should probably check everywhere, yeah?
This is one of the alchemical rooms. There's a lot of live mixing that needs to be done in order to get things right, you know?
Oh, shit.
Every situation's a little bit different from the other, so we need to be able to mix things up on the fly.
Yeah,
And-
that fun blender.
That is, in fact, another blender.
Mm-hmm.
And what is this?
Oh, I can demonstrate. Peter picks this up. I've never handled it personally, but I heard enough about it to know how it works.
Shoot, Ferris.
He pops the paintball tank off of it, and grabs one of the bottles and just starts dumping its contents in. And then he refastens it. It's like, here, it's here. Well, I'll just show you, I suppose. And he pulls the trigger and pew! It fires just like a little bolt of the liquid.
Oh.
That's nice, but that's not generally its practical purpose. And he twists the nozzle a little bit, and he pulls the trigger again, and it sprays in a cone this time.
Huh. So, like, what is the liquid you put in it?
His light flickers.
Don't you understand? You can put any liquid in it.
Like juice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could very well put juice in there.
Wow.
These
pretty
were
sure-
used to cure the corruption, right? I mean, I assume this is what all this is for.
Mm-hmm. Ranged application was very, very often something that was necessary, so...
So if we run into one of those rust monsters again, or anything else that's corrupted, this would help them get back to normal.
If you had the right alchemical and cartridges inside of it, then yes, I suppose.
Michaela looks at all the bottles and contemplates just taking all of the bottles.
Yeah. It also
Well,
assumes
that
that this stuff isn't expired.
Does
So,
anyone here alchemy is like a thing?
one, I don't think so, but two, even without alchemy, there are a few bottles in here that are actually a lot easier to tell that they are of interest than the other ones. Those ones were pretty much all murky and unlabeled. There are a couple in here that are pretty distinct. There's a few bottles that look like that are filled with something that appears to be like just a very metallic-looking liquid, and other jars that are just filled with metal shavings.
Mercury. Maybe. Note to self: invest 1 point in alchemy.
Have I not done that already?
I could have sworn we had someone who did, but maybe not.
I toyed with multi-classing as an alchemist at one point, but I was discouraged from doing so because they suck.
So you can still like take points in craft alchemy. You don't have to be an alchemist. It's just like it's like a crafting option, like bows or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Might invest a point in alchemy because someone should have alchemy.
Yeah.
All right. That's really neat.
For a moment there, I did want to chip in and say, if you gave a bead to Dogen, he'd be able to help you. But like he very clearly just tastes things to figure out what they are, so he wouldn't be of any use to you.
Dow Ponson could just tell us by description. Michaela's gonna take the ones with the liquid. I don't know.
Yeah, again, this is all stuff that we could probably just take and then show to our man's where our man's, what's his name?
Laszlo.
Laszlo.
Yeah.
He does like old things.
How many of these? I guess I'll take the metal shavings too, because like it can't hurt, right? How many bottles of each?
There's three little bottles of metal shavings and 2 bottles of liquid metal.
Shaving bottle or paintball gun. And you said 2 of the other one?
Mm-hmm.
2 metal liquid. Okay. Obviously, we're gonna take the paintball gun. I don't know who would be. Got a lot of guns going on in our fantasy game, which is fine. I don't know who would be best to wield that. I assume. Do these count
right this second? So,
do these count as like exotic weapons for like the rolling of the dice into numbers? Because I assume none of us are proficient with gun.
So for the pistol, that is an exotic weapon. None of you are proficient with that. This is more of a tool than it is a weapon. It's just a matter of knowing how to use it, and Peter knows how to use it and can explain it to you.
Okay. All weapons are tools.
There you go.
All right.
Says in the same tone of voice as all women are queens.
Do we want to go check that door to the left and then?
Yeah, we should probably take a look just in case anybody's in there. Just stay put, Peter. We'll just take a quick little look around.
Of course.
I open the door. I will the door open real quick. Ooh.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, sorry, madam. Close the door.
It's not like they can open the door, so they can eat it, but it'll take forever.
Now, I realize that my face has not changed, but I'm horrified.
Varys's smile is just upside down.
Yeah. Michaela puts a hand on Varys' shoulder. It's okay, Varys. I'm terrified too. But for different
really
reasons.
Don't like being in these underground places. Feels like
I
suffocating
like-
a bit, and
like-
also
Where you had Cornelius, it was like he's doing his hair like, so how was your week?
Oh, I love it.
Do you want some hair gel this time?
oh, I'd love some.
You've got wonderful bangs.
I like it work. You meet lots of interesting people.
Orpho, you check that door. It is,
All right.
it is thoroughly uninteresting.
Yeah.
I didn't see how uninteresting
Mission
it is.
accomplished.
They'll never know. Stream will never
Yep.
know
Oh,
how
yeah,
uninteresting
no.
it was.
The Monicati from Earthbound is in there, and so
That's a reference.
The maximum security cells are back the way that we came.
Yep. Big. Everyone look big and difficult to eat.
I look way less big now.
Oh, probably also just give them space.
Yep.
That does seem to be pretty effective. They don't. This one would have moved around by this point. Yeah, they don't seem to mind too much as long as you stay out of their business.
I bet the good stuff's in that door.
Oh, curse you, dungeon design.
Yeah.
Not going in that door. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck it.
It's probably a gun.
Or,
Another one.
Lamp
We're all
like,
gonna be
oh, you
scrapped by
want
the end of
guns?
the
Yeah, I will give you guns.
Ooh,
you find
that
a
is
chest that has 70 guns.
that is the smelliest mattress I've ever seen in my life.
I don't even want to think
Also-
about laying on that.
Might be the only mattress, depending on whatever.
These were the high-risk cells, not... cells is the wrong word for it. Accommodations, I suppose. Those who were at significant risk compared to others, they needed to be as close to the operating room as possible in case of an incident.
We should probably avoid going in them then if by chance there's more ink rot.
Yeah, that's actually a fair point. Morphogu looks back at the door that wasn't chosen. He longs for it, but advances anyway.
Tristan's mostly been keeping his thoughts to himself, but he does take this time to just kick his foot up and make a little bit of a splash. I'm getting tired of this.
Yep. Yeah, we won't stick around here too much longer. These also those weird cells that you were talking about?
No, that's the door to the control room for the cleansing chamber.
Oh, okay. Opens door, looks around. Oh boy. Oh, this is kind of like those weird machines from back in
Like that Edwin had, right?
town name.
The one that got
Loganfield.
Loganfield.
Yeah, it's a lot like that.
Yeah, I'm getting some Loganfield flashbacks, and these were used
Yeah.
good way last time.
Mm-mm.
I guess he.
Does this
repurposed
room actually
them?
look? Yeah, I was actually going to ask. Does this room look kind of like the rooms that was it Edwin was holding those people in?
This not so much.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't think we need to. Oh no. Another door.
What's this blue? Is this like a glass
Yeah,
wall or
window.
like a window?
Yeah, it's a window.
Okay, you could just like bust through if you really wanted.
Or we could just take the door on the other side.
Yeah, Tristan, you come back out to see Tristan and Peter both trying to open the door together. Open.
Oh,
Open!
Don't worry, I got this.
It works when you guys do it.
How fun.
Tristan?
Huh.
I mean, I know meta-wise it's NPC, but story-wise, Tristan? You good?
Huh. Actually, hey, can we line up and try something real quick?
Okay.
Oh, like who can open the door?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who is there any of us? Is there any among us, like 5, who can't open the door?
Do you think there's like a chosen one thing? Like you're one of the heroes if you could open the door.
My brain was just starting to get there too. Yeah, all right.
Hmm.
Everyone independently try to open that door. Ravi, you go first.
Screws up his face.
Does it open?
It does.
You only have to will. You don't have to say it, right?
yeah.
Okay. We can go ahead and close it. We already know I can open it. Michaela?
Michaela kind of looks at the door, shrugs, and she moves forward and tries to will it open.
It is willed open.
Okay. Cornelius.
Open! Whoosh.
Same shit. Door opens.
And Varys.
Okay.
Opens.
All right. Well,
NPCs are not allowed to open doors.
So it's just.
Why does it only work for us?
That's just I think Tristan might be the odd man out here.
Peter's quick to point out, it's supposed to work for everyone. It's the whole point of the design.
Right.
Yeah, that's why we were confused.
So this door, So all of the other doors were kind of in shaky condition, you know, like most of them had the bottoms just corroded away over years of having water slap against them. This door is not holding up great in that regard either. However, it more notably has a different feature, which is that the top half of the door has been mangled to pieces.
Oh.
Like something got out or tried to get in.
Just something.
Can we see? So when you say mangled, is it mangled in such a way that we could like easily see what's in the next room, or
theoretically? But it seems that it's kind of blocked with shit on the other end. There's like big pieces of sheet metal on the other side, which are infinitely less of a deterrent than the sharp edges of metal, I might point out.
Right. Okay.
Peter, what's supposed to be in this room?
This is the maximum security cells.
Right.
Ah.
So if the corruption got out, what's supposed to happen if the corruption does get out? If the ink rot starts to spread?
It is not supposed to get out and spread.
But if it does?
Yeah, do you have any sort of like, is there any sort of plan for if it does?
His eye flickers a bit. If we did have a breakout, we would have to go into maximum lockdown.
And that hasn't happened.
His eye blinks back in. I don't think so.
But it was supposed to. The corruption's gotten out.
Yes, I suppose it should have. Another chip for the maintenance team, then.
Oh boy. Alright.
This one doesn't open, right? Like it's too fucked up.
Yeah, this door is pretty significantly fucked up. You would be able to climb in and over. It would be extremely awkward, but it's completely possible.
Extremely awkward is my middle name. Alright. Let me see.
Don't scrape yourself.
Is there any kind of weird like roll that I can make to try and finagle my meat flesh through here?
That would probably be necessary, but Peter he helps the process a little bit by just sort of trying to bend all of the really jagged, sharp points of metal like downwards, so they're not within impaling range. So it's significantly less dangerous.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. All right, let me just take a look around.
I'm not like an advanced combative model, but I am able to bend this if nothing else.
I might need control of Morphogu. Or I'm just gonna have to wedge Cornelius in there even though he's not there. So
you can wedge him there.
Okay. Whoa!
Lot of
I doubt that if it were blood, it would maintain anything resembling a smell at this time, after this long. But why not go ahead and ask anyway?
It smells like blood.
Okay.
It smells like there's been a lot of blood here for a long time. The air in here is still completely horrible. But just from glancing at it, like, there's a lot of dried blood, and there's a lot of less completely dried blood.
Uh-oh.
The fuck?
Well, the floor is wet. Is the floor wet in there? I can't see.
The floor's not wet.
Oh!
Keen, if you want, you can drag your icon in there to look, but you don't even have to place it down. You can still see.
Oh. But that's cheating, but I'm going to do it anyway. Damn.
I feel like Michaela's ghost is in here.
I'm over here.
Yeah, I guess Cornelius is literally just ducking his head, peeking up above as much as he can. Oh, that looks bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, Peter climbs through and wedges past the metal barricade.
I guess Michaela will try too. We're all going in.
Oh god, was there a fucking outpost here of, like, survivors? And they barricaded this?
Oh.
It certainly looks like someone was living here.
Got 4 more doors.
And And somewhat recently. Some of this blood is not as old as the rest of it.
Varys looks to Ravi. Should we go?
Can he see in there at all?
Yeah, you can see in there.
There's a lot of doors, and it's less wet.
There's a lot of blood, though.
He looks at Varys. Does she look like she wants to go in?
She looks pretty nervous. But it's also a thing of we have no light in here and she can't see in the dark.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So that's also part of her fear right now.
He's gonna hold out her hand and, like, bring her in.
Yeah, Varys happily accepts it and gets very close.
Heroes don't freak out about blood. Heroes don't freak out about blood.
I want to look at some of these bottles.
Yeah, sure. These bottles they're in less completely horrible condition. They haven't been floating in water.
Mm-hmm.
They
still no labels?
Still no labels. I mean,
Okay.
there are labels on these ones, they're just unreadable.
Right.
You have to assume, though, these are the same sorts of bottles that were the booze bottles floating out there, and not the medical ones.
Yeah. Okay. Just trying to get a sense of if anybody's been down here a little more recently.
What is this strange structure?
It's like a metal overhang. There's a really cruddy mattress under there, also covered in blood.
Okay.
No sign of a body or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
And are these just like containers?
Those are actually doors that were ripped off their hinges. Yeah, there's actually only one door that still has its shit on it. Being this door.
I see. And
The other doors are hanging open. Well, not hanging open, but they're just like open doorways.
Okay, well, I'll just kind of poke through and take a look at some of those.
Yeah, I did a bad job remembering that. So.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. All right. The water.
Cornelius is your friend throughout this dungeon for stream reasons, but we can have it in character too.
What is what's the water situation in here?
The water situation here is less complete crap, but still pretty crap.
Okay.
It looks like some pipes were yanked out of the wall and just sort of left to fill up this basin.
Okay.
Does that look like a cell of some kind? Like, is this a
was.
block? Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let me take a look in this one.
Yeah, this one.
So
This one appears
used for storage.
Yeah, there's a lot of crates in here, each showing varying levels of being tampered with. There's a monumental amount of garbage in here, though.
Broken
All of
glass.
it-
Ooh.
All of it seems to be like wrappers and boxes for like little cardboard boxes, presumably for the same thing over and over and over again, with a fun variety of bottles strewn about.
Okay.
And then if we kind of squidge into this one.
This one refuses to open.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Let's see. I guess.
Well, this is all very strange, don't you think?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Nope. Strange is the word of the day.
Varys looks horrendously uncomfortable and is basically hugging Ravi's arm at this point.
Yeah.
Cornelius is trying, and he's doing his walk like, yes, I am confident, but he's shaking like a leaf.
In times like this, I try to remember that the worst case scenario isn't as likely as you think it is.
Okay. It doesn't mean it's good.
No, but your imagination can run wild, you know. Alright. So that door is shut, Morphogu.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, you will that one open.
Does it get willed open? Can we?
Yeah, it gets willed open.
Oh.
Oh.
So, you open the door and you see a woman, a very much alive woman. As a matter of fact, I can show you exactly what you see.
Ooh.
Ah.
We
She
see
kinda
the
reminds me
checkerboard. We see that too. The groovy
Yep,
background.
that has been thoroughly scratched into the walls of this cell. The
That-
semi-translucent figure is a bit less corporeal. It's definitely real. It's definitely looming over her, but what it is, you are unsure. You can tell by looking at her though that the tips of her fingers are just pissing blood.
Oh boy.
She's sit very casually, very comfortably, and she is flanked on both sides by two slightly mangled robots.
So hey, I think we found our person that's possessed
Yeah, I
by
think
a
we.
fury.
I think we got her. I think we got her.
You are alive.
Oh my god!
So you speak to her. She doesn't look up. Her eyes are thoroughly closed. And she says something to you. You have no goddamn idea what.
Yeah, definitely not in any of our languages that we know.
None of your guys'
the weird
languages.
ones.
Michaela pokes her head through so I can actually see what's so I can actually see
Yeah.
what's going on. Do I recognize like any of this shit on the wall as like corruption stuff? Am I getting like the vibe?
You are getting the vibe. This is you haven't personally seen anything like this, but there's an unshakable feeling in your mind that it is indeed connected. And just looking at her, you see that, and on her bottom right side, there is a black patch of corruption.
I immediately grab these two and yank them back out of this room.
Whoop!
Back.
Close the door.
Peter.
Peter approaches. Yeah? Yes?
Real quick, from what you remember, do you have a physical description of Miss Mayflower?
Miss Mayflower. Well, she was about this tall. Tall as myself. She was an elf, long green hair.
Okay. All right. Well, she's not here.
Do you have a description of someone with long purple hair? Woman with long purple hair, darker skin?
He shakes his head.
No. Huh.
Wait a minute. Michaela. Yeah, wait a minute. Purple hair. That could very well be her.
What do you mean?
She gestures. She has purple hair, and I have purple hair. It wasn't. At least I don't think it was always purple.
Oh, you mean your hair wasn't always purple?
I don't think so.
Oh. Well,
Morphogu starts.
all right.
He stutters for a second, almost as if he was about to say, "It looks nice," and then he stops himself.
I think Michaela pulls out probably something she hasn't revealed to everyone else before, but it's her old journal, the only sort of clue she has into her past, although most of it's messed up anyway. She sort of flips through it. I don't remember much from before, but There is a passage about how it used to be blonde.
Oh. Oh. Well.
And when I came to, I looked like this, so it was not an aesthetic choice on my part.
I don't think she was an elf, though, was she?
She
Click
could have been
picture
one of
again.
the. Could have been one of the patients.
Yeah, I didn't get a great look at her ears, to be fair.
She looked pretty human to you.
Well, she said something to us, and I couldn't understand it. I don't know about Morphogu.
Yeah, that's not a language in my dictionary. What about you, Peter? Maybe you can understand her.
Oh, I do have a drive in me to simulate the effects of language magic. I suppose I probably have a good chance. Is there someone alive in there?
Yeah, she can talk.
Oh, well.
And also, her fingers appear to be bleeding. Just be careful, Peter. In fact, make sure you leave enough room. And Morphogu's gonna like get over here so that he's got a clear shot at her as he pulls her out.
Pushing everyone back because she knows what can happen if this thing, this corruption gets loose, and she knows that all of them will be dead very quickly. She might have a chance, but they definitely do not.
All right. I'll take this.
I think you will be okay. I think. Oh, also, whoa.
Yeah, you open the door for him. How kind. Yeah, he's not so confident as to want to go very far into the room. He's a little bit timid. Hello? And once again, this woman shouts out something that you can't understand, but now that you're within proper range, Ravi, this is a language you understand very, very well.
Yeah!
So you can tell clear as crystal that what she's shouted is, "Begone, foul figment of my imagination! I try to attain peace and you open the damn door." I'm sorry? I'm quite real. She quickly grabs like a piece of scrap metal just laying on the ground and hurls it in this general direction. Ah!
All right, come on back. Sorry, Peter. Didn't mean to do that to you.
She does not seem very friendly.
No, she doesn't.
She may still very well have some of her wits about her, though. That's not indicative of most of those who end up here in the maximum security wing.
Did your language magic did you get any idea of what she's saying?
Yes, I have an idea. She doesn't think we're real, it seems.
Oh. I cannot be. Look, I know that you got. I cannot be the one to go in there and try to comfort her.
Suppose it falls on me then.
I don't know if you can either, to be quite honest.
Peter's eye blinks a bit. To be honest, I don't think I can either.
Michaela puts a hand on his shoulder and sort of pushes him back as she walks forward. She gives everyone one last look, and she goes inside and closes the door.
Hey, wait, Michaela.
Michaela? Hey,
It's still dark as fuck in there.
Grabs the bullseye lantern, goes back in. Jesus. Maybe doesn't turn it on so it's not so fucking bright, because this is a small room.
Yeah, sure. think everyone has the power to see that, hopefully.
Yeah.
We all have the power, we've just gotta pretend.
Yeah, we gotta be in the
icons
same
are in the
room.
I'm just gonna,
Yeah, you enter. Again. Always with this. Again, you don't really understand what she's saying, but Ravi can make it out.
Through the closed door that Michaela did.
Yep. This woman is not using her inside voice.
Ah.
Are you all right?
She doesn't open her eyes. She just sort of shouts again, "Piss off."
Michaela scans her down. You've been afflicted, haven't you?
Her eyes still remain pretty firmly closed. Whatever tongues you speak, I can't hear it. Leave.
I guess she doesn't understand that. Hearing more angry words.
Yeah, no. This is quite a verbose conversation. Ravi, you can pick up on the context clues here. She doesn't know common.
Yeah, no, I haven't been muted this whole time. I'm just doing true to what Ravi's doing. He is not saying anything as per usual, but he is, like, completely alert and, like, he's a little bit shooketh, actually. He hasn't heard anybody say this, speak in this language for decades, so, he's just kind of got his hand on the door, and he's just, like, trying to think of what to do, because he doesn't know if it's safe for him to go in there.
To see if I can get any reaction out of this person that isn't pissed off, Michaela reveals her corrupted arm and shows it up to her. I've been afflicted as well.
Echoes of voices I've heard already. Give me a new one, why don't you?
It's hard to have a conversation when you don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, no, it's hard to have a conversation when neither of you know what the other's saying.
You mentioned earlier that her fingers were pissing the blood, yeah?
Yeah, no, her hands are still pouring blood.
Okay, gross.
Yeah, no, just with a casual glance, you see that, like, she's got, like, a sharpened bit of metal near her. She seems to be doing this very deliberately.
I will... I'll expend a channeled energy to sort of seal up her wounds.
Yeah, sure. You...
I have to roll for that, don't I? Yep, there's the button for it.
Yeah, you can roll your heals.
7.
Excellent. So...
Do I have anything to help with any of this?
Her eyes are still pretty firmly closed. But you can see that, like, for just a moment her eye cracks and she sees that her hand has stopped bleeding. She very quickly closes it back, reaches for a scrap of metal, and stabs her finger again.
Michaela's gonna try to, like, wrestle that shit out of her hand. Like, what the fuck?
Oh boy.
Well, that's a dangerous way to insert yourself.
I'm already here. I'm done. I can't talk to her because we can't understand each other. So, yeah, this is like a normal person reaction. I'm gonna try to. I mean,
yeah, sure.
Any sort of threat would be, like, nonsensical because she's already hurting herself anyway. So, like, yeah, I'm just gonna try. I don't know what else to do. I'm just gonna get it out of her hand.
You make a move to her, and you grab her arm to try and, you know, stop her from doing that. You do very little in actually stopping her. She's pretty damn strong, all things considered. But you've definitely got her attention, and she does open her eyes to look at you. Isn't this what you want, damn it? Huh?
seeing that she means business, I'm gonna pull out my long spear and I just kind of point it down at her, and then I point up to like the wall where all the shit is and the weird phantasm thing and all that, to sort of pantomime like, what's this?
God, not like
Which is
she
gonna
can
be hard
give
to
you
know
a fucking answer. Cornelius, it's not there. I'm just tired of holding down the mouse button for 2 seconds.
Fair. Yeah, no, you start making wild gestures, and you don't think you're connecting.
One time I don't take share language. Kicking myself in the butt right now.
Ravi has been
Took
loosely,
life pact instead.
Ravi has been loosely like 1 or 2 words at a time translating what she's doing or like what he can gather about it. Mostly he's just communicated like she's angry, go away.
Yeah, and Michaela doesn't know that Ravi can understand, so...
Wait,
You understand him? Or her? You understand her?
Yeah, his eyes are wide and he's just looking in, like nodding.
Did you think you could maybe talk
Can
to
you
her
talk to
or
her?
help Michaela? I don't think she's gonna get anything just by...
Not safe.
Well, while all that goes on, I forgot I have linguistics. Can I make a linguistics check to see if I can
Sure.
This is I guess when that would come in handy. See if I can at least interpret. Well, yeah, she's pissed, but like what specifically? You know. Let's see. 13.
This is a language that, this isn't to your discredit. You're not familiar with it. Not very many people are familiar with it if they're not from that specific area of the desert, you know? It's not exactly a widespread taught language beyond that point. It's frankly not even widespread amongst its people. It's pretty archaic. So you don't really have much to go on. Peter approaches you, Robbie. It's like, if I may, I don't think this situation is very safe as it is. You might be able to connect better than I can. She might not throw something at you.
He looks down, kind of smirks. Catch.
Cornelius actually laughs a little bit.
He's gonna...
Michaela backs up. She still has, so from Michaela's point of view, and why she's being kind of aggro is, like, yeah, Michaela is, like, technically fine thanks to the power of her goddess, but anyone else with this corruption, assuming there's no cure, needs to die so it doesn't spread. Because this is, like, her biggest fear. But yeah, she starts backing up. She still has, you know, her spear trained on this woman. She sort of leans out. I'm making no progress.
Well, Ravi can apparently understand what she's saying.
What?
So, yeah.
Okay, I need his
Yeah,
help.
that's what I said. I said what?
I'm glad we're in agreement. Please send him in.
He very, very cautiously, like, ducks in under the door and is, like, looking around like, bro, what the fuck happened in here? Actually, that's the first thing that he says when he looks in and just stands up to his regular height looking around. He just says, what have you done?
What have I done? I've done all that I can do. This is the only thing that makes you happy, right? She stabs her hand again.
Who is you?
You foul facsimiles of my deepest fears and emotions. You, the voices calling at my mind. You. Now leave. I try to attain peace, and you bother me. I act in violence, and you bother me. This was supposed to keep you away. Her hand is pouring blood.
What is she saying?
thinks hurting herself will keep us out. She thinks we are in her mind. He looks over at her, and points to her hands. And yet you do not die.
And yet I do not die.
Why?
It's my reward for beating your damn challenge, that's why.
Oh! We did We did get told that...
If you overcome the challenge, that's how you beat the...
Uh-huh. So that checks out.
Does Robbie relay that to... Am I assuming all of this is being relayed just for convenience? Or?
Yeah.
Relayed as best as Robbie can.
Sure.
Yeah. Short and sweet.
Michaela thinks, can you ask her, how did she beat the challenge?
How did you overcome this challenge?
How? Why do you care? You were there, you know. Her eyes open up, and they focus in on you. Very, very hard, Ravi. A new cruel joke? The garb of my man on the body of her. You see her teeth start to grit. On the body of who inflicted me.
Maybe we should ask her who she thinks you are.
I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Know who you are, but hasn't said.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. Yeah, Michaela can ask questions. I'll assume it's just going to be relayed. Who do you think we are, and who afflicted you?
You aren't anyone. You're just in my mind. It's always in my mind, damn it.
If you want to prove that you're not in her mind, throw something at her. Because that is the only way that, like, if it's in her brain, it wouldn't physically alter the world around her.
So, another note might be important to your own, decision making. Ravi, her voice is very gruff, and a lot of that can probably be attributed to the air down here. But the combination of her language and her accent and the gruffness of her voice, it reminds you a lot of the old men who would spend all of their days smoking.
The cigars!
The cigars!
I think I have those.
Yeah, let's throw her a fucking
God damn it, Doomsayer, you son of a bitch. Alright.
God damn it, Doomsayer, you son of a bitch!
I completely forgot we got that.
I'm glad I put that in my inventory. Okay, so yeah, I guess Robbie probably says that to Michaela. Michaela goes around in her bag and presents the box of pretty nice cigars.
Ooh. He's not going to present it in any fashionable way. He's literally just going to take one out and just toss it over to her.
Yeah, the cigar unceremoniously rolls towards her. Her eyes look down at it. She pokes it very lightly with her fingers. Picks it up and twirls it through her fingers with what must be decades worth of smoking muscle memory. I need a damn light.
He was just about to say, I don't have a light.
It's okay, we've got the gun. Let's use the ring. Boom!
That was my first thought, yes.
Yeah, I don't have a flint or anything.
Cornelius has matches.
Yeah, Cornelius has tinder twigs, so he can...
Yeah, Michaela pokes to the door. We need a match.
Oh, yeah, I think I have a tinder twig somewhere in my robe. Let me...
You know what? She probably smells like smoke, too.
After all this time, not really.
More like blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, he presents a tinder twig.
Thank you, Cornelius. She takes it, closes the door back a bit. She leaves it like a little open, I guess. And gives it to Robbie, since I guess Robbie probably likes Robbie a little bit more than me, so there you go.
Well, I don't know.
Man, I have had a spirit trained on her this whole time, so maybe you'll be alright. Just give her the match.
Yeah, he's gonna toss it over to her, and as he does, he says, "What ghost do you think I am?"
She picks up the twig. The ghost of my past, the ghosts of my enemies. She lights up the cigar, takes in a deep, deep drag. Maybe the ghosts of my future.
Ah, nice.
She stands up and her attitude seems to have changed dramatically.
Hell yeah, she got her smokes! Grandma got her smokes!
Grandma got her smoke.
Shit. You really are real then.
Yes.
Wow.
Do you speak, I guess I say this to Robbie, do you speak any other languages?
I speak the language of the common man, yeah. You can just spitballing from your own experience, you can tell that that's just offhandedly not true. Given your own knowledge of linguistics, if you had to spitball here, she probably did know common. She's just 1,000 years out of touch with it. Something that doesn't really matter for the language that she's speaking currently, because it hasn't changed in hundreds of years.
Sure. We're having trouble understanding you. Do you know how long you've been here?
Too damn long.
Michaela simply nods.
Yeah, she stands up, starts to make her way out. This room smells like blood.
He's gonna put a hand up to stop her before she gets too close.
What?
He's gonna point at her corruption, I guess.
Yeah, there's all this shit on the wall still. Like, what's up with that?
She looks down at it. I wouldn't worry about it too hard. It only gets worse when I freak out these days. I haven't freaked out in a while, so I'll be fine.
He's gonna look to Michaela for confirmation. He'll relate that to her.
Michaela's not really sure. She knows, she's under some sort of divine protection, but as far as like anybody else goes, it's like she could be right or she could be fucking wrong and we need to end her now. She has a puzzled look on her face, but she's willing to sort of see what happened.
Yeah, and also keep in mind she has been here alive for 1,000 years. I think that lends some credit to her being able to be okay going forward.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Because that goes very much against the normal you die instantly thing.
She takes the cigar out of her mouth and gestures to the two robots here. You can verify with them if you don't believe me.
Are they alive?
Yeah, Robbie looks at them and says, "They're dead."
She like very curtly is like, "Hey, don't say that about Titrius and Harlequis. They've been my guides through this whole journey."
Off the shits, I see.
Robbie, you have the cultural know-how to be able to register exactly how off the shits that comment is. If she was to be, as you assume she is, equating these two robots to being gods to be worshipped, that would make sense. But the names Titrius and Harlequis are in reference to an old Vivanti story about two brothers who got lost in the desert and pranked by a sphinx, so both of them died there.
He looks at her and goes, "I think you're the Sphinx."
Oh man, she laughs also. Yeah, maybe I am. She gets a closer look at you. You're an odd one, though. Like,
Michaela kind of steps back because she's still like super sketch about all of this.
she like side eyes you, and you don't understand what she says, but she just says, "Have a smoke, you'll feel better."
Robbie says she doesn't need that.
Michaela just shakes her head at whatever they could be talking about, and she gestures to the wall again, like, what is this? Like, we see this like ghouly looking fucker, kind of like, is it just painted on the wall, or is it like?
So the ghouly looking figure was just sort of a shadow that was looming over her, cast by the light that you brought in. It doesn't seem to still be where it was when you initially saw it. She does address the wall, though. It's fine work, right? Help me keep my head level a little bit. That and, you know, the bloodletting.
He just kind of parses his lips and looks at it like, okay.
Yeah, head level is a generous description.
No, it's less a thing of this is my coping mechanism to make so I don't go cuckoo, and more so of this isn't art. This is kind of sloppy, girl.
Damn.
Damn, Robbie!
You had 1,000 years you couldn't color in the lines, bitch, you bad.
She takes another drive, like, wow. Sorry, I might have forgot my manners a little bit here. You're supposed to introduce yourself to people. I'm a little out of practice. You can call me Shinra.
Cool.
Ooh.
Have we heard that name?
You have not.
Okay.
Favorite pastime, bloodletting. Get out of here.
That's all she's got.
Yeah, no,
She was 51, she was already a MILF going into it!
Damn.
So she wasn't exactly 51. It's actually not the year 1000, it's the year 997.
Oh, so
Ooh,
a little more.
Little more.
Fuck, I lost where I was on the page. Okay, I got it. We good.
You should come with us.
Oh, fucking A. I wasn't really planning on staying here any longer.
I have many more questions to ask you, and I will make it worth your while. She holds up the box of cigars like this is a fair trade.
You don't have to dangle it in front of my face, man. Like screw this place, and like she like looks you over again. Yeah, you seem real enough.
Robbie puts out a hand again to stop her from going forward too far. I should warn you. Look back for a second, like, what do you...
Yeah, Cornelius and Varys have now poked their heads in at the same time.
Or Fogu will not inflict that upon her.
No, he won't. Robbie just kind of pauses and looks back towards the door for a second. I should warn you, there are much stranger things out here than me. Things have...
Yeah, Morphogu notably is hood up at this point.
Stranger than you? I don't think... Nothing personal, man. I don't think we're really gonna hit anything stranger than that. My former mortal enemy becoming my savior after all so long. It's a beautiful story. Almost brings a tear to my eye.
Write that down!
Yeah, he's like logging that in the back of his head like, listen man, I'm not... He's thinking to himself like, I can't say shit to this woman right now. I don't know what her deal is. But he's also here like, don't be mean to me. He kind of like leans his head down and puts his hands up like, all right.
Alright. Shinra has immediately gotten overly friendly with you.
Great.
Yeah, no, arm thoroughly lodged around your shoulder. probably because this is just how she is, and also because she probably hasn't moved in a while.
How tall is she?
She's not as tall as you are. She's 5'10".
A little taller than me.
Okay.
She's still got to do a little bit of reaching, but she's got the spirit.
Yeah, she's got to do a bit of reaching. She was probably a real tall lady back before gravity's told her to shrink.
Oh, hello?
Hey! She just gets that response out, you're like, dude, it feels like a little bit much.
Varys,
Right.
it's alright. She's going to come with us for now.
Okay.
Really that much of a sore sight for you? Come on.
She's still speaking weird language, right?
Yeah.
Varys is just fanning the smoke up her eyes.
No, sorry. Just startled me.
Tristan looks at her and like squints. Hers is a confusing heart.
I see.
I don't notice that weird shot on her heart, do I? That the other people have had, where it's all tore up and like nasty.
Her heart is a bit torn up, but it's not nasty though. That's from your understanding of that visual metaphor. It only gets truly nasty when someone has lost themselves and given in to the worst parts of human nature. And somehow, despite the odds, it seems like she hasn't done that.
Very strong-willed. Okay.
Very strong will. Very strong will to be overly friendly to strangers immediately.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anyone in 1,000 years.
Peter starts, immediately trying to talk her up. But that's not actually the point of note. Someone else starts doing some talking.
Whomstava.
Morfogu. You hear
Wow.
You hear coming from your pockets. My strange divine providence.
What? Oh, what do you mean?
It just seems that, well, for one, your little friend there found someone who's deeply connected to her own woes. It's a nice tale. But, more importantly, I think there might be something here that I can put my power into.
Oh yeah.
And you feel him gesture towards the room that Shinra was. See, I don't know if you know this, but generally objects of worship are assigned to a god or a spirit or something. When an object is treated as being holy when it isn't, it places it in a dubious place of faith. It's a holy object, yet entirely vacant of holiness. It's something that I could bless for you, since it's devoid of blessing at current.
What would that entail?
I just need you to get a piece of it. Something large, probably a hand.
And what would that do for you?
Yeah. He like rolls his head a little bit. I told you already. I like you. And I want to give you a proper reward for playing my game better than anyone's been able to before.
They are buddies now.
Chad Morfogu.
Morfogu, even though he won the game, I'm not 100% sure he trusts the demon just yet. But,
I mean, he
Alright,
does hate lying.
I'll keep that in mind. I might be able to do something. Maybe not now, but a little later.
In mind, later. The window of opportunity for this will pass faster than you know. You think you're ever coming back here?
No, I suppose not.
he kind of looks at Peter when he says that.
All right. I guess I can do it.
It's your decision either way. I'd just like to give you my blessing sooner than later.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, Morphogu will do the thing.
Yeah. In order to do the thing, you will have to get in there and get a hand.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. The light's out for me.
Oh, yeah.
That's because Michaela's got that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Michaela, click that shit here. I'll give you the power of sight back. Yeah. Now, Peter starts talking up Shinra, just trying to get any gauge on the situation. You can pretty easily sneak past the two of them, and unless your party has any objections, you'll succeed.
I mean, I don't even know if we notice Morphogu just slip off and do that.
All right then.
Michaela's too interested in this lady, so
I
no.
think Ravi notices, but he doesn't think that he's gonna do anything bad or untoward, so he's just gonna let him do his thing.
He didn't get to look in, so it makes sense.
So, two brothers. Which one, Titrius or Harlequis?
What's the story exactly?
Yeah. He clears his throat a little bit. You feel him, you can just feel that he's doing his hand wigglies, trying to divine the way that he does, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't information he actually has offhand. The story is a simple one. It's a tale of two brothers lost in the woods. Or, not the woods, the desert. Although, I'm sure versions are told where they get lost in the woods, or a cave, or something similar. There's plenty of tales woven by parents trying to scare their little ones. There's, like I said though, two of them. Titrius, the older one, and Harlequis, the younger one. Titrius actually knew things about survival, but his little brother Harlequis was seen as clever. As they were wandering the endless wastes of sand, they encountered what they believed to be a sphinx, though, in truth, such benevolent creatures rarely exist in the harsh sands. It's more likely to be more akin to my kin.
Mm-hmm.
It told them that they could make it out of the desert if they answered a question to its liking. It asked, why do men continue to walk? Out of genuine curiosity, I'm sure. Titrius answered, because it's our nature. Whereas Harlequis answered, because we do not know better. It liked Harlequis's answer better, so it told him and only him how to escape the desert. And if he told his brother, he would be swiftly killed. Harlequis was confident in himself, so he tried to make it back on his own, and promptly died alone in the desert. It's a harsh place, a harsh story. Most of the families of the day were concerned with foul beasts lurking in the sands, trying to make deals to steal away the souls of their young. I don't blame them.
Was it ever said what happened to Titrius?
Titrius? Well, presumably he stayed by the Sphinx and was devoured, I'm sure.
Let's go with Titrius.
Why him?
He's not clever. He sounds like a loser.
Yeah. You feel Cal look to you. Feel sorry for him? Want to give him one friend?
I guess. Give him a chance.
Well, we can give him two, I suppose. And yeah, it doesn't take a lot of effort to remove a hand from this thing. It's already been pretty thoroughly banged up by time and presumably by Shinra. Now, all I need from you is to speak my mantra.
Say the funny line, Morphogu.
Let me grab ye old mantra.
Speak now. What do I do once all is lost? Ask me that.
What do I do once all is lost?
Remember that there's always a chance. And there's a flash of otherworldly power that sparks through Titrius's left hand. And you have obtained Titrius's left hand. Allow me to tell you what it does. It will give you a +1 profane bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and all saving throws.
Ooh.
Damn, King.
In addition, you can use Kel's minor boon once per day just for you.
Ooh.
There's an extra
Damn,
one that's
kid.
all yours.
Excellent. Okay.
Dope.
Cool.
Is there a butt or?
Nope.
Wow,
This is a boon.
neat.
God, I wish
Okay.
I got boots.
So I have to. So this is just a passive thing that I don't have to activate or anything. I just get that. I just get those +1s.
So long as it's on your person.
Cool, cool. I will plop that into my inventory.
Time to update all your macros.
Yeah, I know.
1 1 1 1 1 1 1.
And of trees.
It seems that even with our short time together, you've found a very interesting situation indeed. I think I shall enjoy our time together.
I hope so. If I can get more goodies like this.
Perhaps. I'm a fair bit more generous than the rest of my kin. If you prove fortunate, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to do it again.
Yeah, well, lucky me.
Those words feel acrid in his throat as he says them. He can't really acknowledge how lucky he's been in many circumstances because he still has to live as Morphogu. And so he's just like, all right,
Well, let's get going then.
Let's.
won't.
Yeah. So, that's about all the time we've got.
Mhm.
What will happen next time on Make Amends?
Bam.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, fucking god. Oh, my shit.
We got guns, we got hands, we got
Gun.
All sorts. We got a robot.
Shoot the gun, it's perfect.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
how it works.
I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
The mall. I wanted to go to the mall.
I wanted it to
Sorry.
be the mall. Instead, it's
Only-
creepy hospital.
Only the first floor is like the mall.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
Crazy stuff.
To run through outro stuff as fast as possible because we went over, so I should really take responsibility for that. We have a Patreon. Consider supporting us there. It's how I pay for artwork from Six. She's awesome. You should check her out.
Yeah.
Additionally, we have a Discord. It's our community hub. You should join it. It's where schedule and conversation is. If you, it's also the place to place fan art if you are so inclined to share it with us. Speaking of, do we have an Imgur?
We do have an Imgur.
Ooh, it's from Peter
Guys,
GSC.
Thank you, Peter GSC.
Thanks, Pete.
What's it?
Ravi learned so many words today.
Yeah,
Many
happy for
words.
him.
Yeah. Ravi's gonna be playing Rosetta Stone here for a little while.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, Rube, take us through it.
Yep, not a lot today. So, first off, from Transbun.
I've been getting these calls nonstop. I hate them. Hi, it's your pal Joe. I need money.
Hey there, it's me, Scam Likely. I lost all my money again. Thank you, Transbun.
I like how her hand is broke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From name.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got a little fucking freak.
We got a greasy boy. Oh,
I
he's
love him.
he's a big fucking freak. But also, I see a little Cornelius in the background.
The after image of Cornelius.
It was the ghost of Cornelius that was following him around in all of the rooms so he could cameraman.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Alright, and then from Transbone we got... Who is reading this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck elevators! All my homies hate elevators!
Man,
Tristan
Morphogu,
sure
pull up your
is
fucking
just
hands.
here.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize.
These are pulled up. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's just my stomach gap.
Yikes.
Thank you, Transmon.
Implying that your torso is like 5 feet long, your legs belong in a toddler, and there's a hole in your stomach.
I hate
Yep.
you. Okay. Another from Transbone.
Sorry for being a rust monster.
Some crimes can never be forgiven or forgotten. Gun.
Boom.
Thank you.
I kind of
Transmon.
low-key wanted the gun, but like,
I mean, you can like have it. Tristan just wanted to hold it.
I kind of low-key want that gun.
Thank you,
You can
Transmon.
have it.
And then from Transbone again.
I'm gonna blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
Yeah, who's holding on to that, incidentally?
I do not want that one.
I feel like it's safest with Ravi because of his energy.
Yeah,
resistance.
fire.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
his fire resistance.
I feel like logistically it's probably safest with Morphogu since, you know, evasion will mean that he doesn't get killed by a fireball.
We can
But
think
thank
about
you.
that.
No.
We can make a
Thank you.
decision.
that's the so that feat allows me to just bypass all damage if I pass the save.
Yes.
It's
For reflex.
not a feat, it's a class feature, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yep.
But this is
Cool
Transmon.
rogue thing. And then another
Yep,
from
I sure
Transbone.
did that. I sure did exactly that when I was like, "Oh, what's over the?" Ooh, you'll probably see it in the actual like show if you couldn't see it earlier. But I was just like, "Oh, nope, bye."
It was so quick.
Yeah.
And then from Transbone, can we get a Kieras? Can we get a Robin Kieras?
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
What is this?
Kieras?
Kieras.
Memes.
Hey. Kitties.
Thank you, Transmon.
This is fun.
Then from Zephyr's.
There are a ton of us.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a
Brothers.
good one.
And then last one,
Brothers.
Transbone.
2 of them.
Ooh.
They're
I would-
brothers, or so Shinra claims.
Yeah, Shinra is like 2 of them.
I wish there were cats instead.
How do you know they're brothers? Well, they look the same. I don't like that.
She's like 1,000 years old, you know. It's just, you know, she's from a different time. It's different back then.
He's been
Numbers
stealing-
were different back then.
Yeah.
And so were brothers.
Did a quick
Oh, brothers
refresh,
look
did a quick look at the Discord, don't got anything else.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for running this, Lamp.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here and indulging me in my stupid garbage.
Of
I
course
don't
it
think
was.
it's stupid.
Look me in the eye and tell me that it's not stupid that you were in an elevator accident in this fantasy game.
I like
mean-
stuff like that. Like
I do too. It's stupid as hell though.
Like, ooh, this ancient old tech, but it's like better than what we have now
We're gonna
tech. So it's
keep
like,
getting
what happened?
guns. We're just gonna keep getting guns.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. You guys are awesome. Thanks everyone for coming out. You guys are also awesome. Thanks for subscribing, donating, giving us stuff, just doing your thing. You give yourselves a great big pat on the back. Thank you for being here this time, and thank you for being here next time. Say goodbye to chat, everybody.
goodbye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Doodle.